Wharton County Public Schools Sports Network brings you high school basketball, our first live stream of 2022. Welcome to Greenwood High School. We open up with a 14th district battle as the Greenwood Lady Gators, Coach Zach Simpson, they're 7-4 on the season, take on Lane Embry and the South Warren Lady Spartans, 5-8 on the season. Greenwood is 0-1 in district play, losing to Bowling Green, while South Warren, just before the Christmas break, defeated Warren East at home to go 1-0 in district play. So big 14th district matchup. Bunch more games coming up for these two squads, but tonight they're going to get it after it. Both teams competing in pre- and post-Christmas holiday tournaments. Went basically as they expected, talking with both coaches before the game. Lane Embry's squad, they went 2-2 at the First Bank Classic that they hosted, and then when that was after Christmas, before they went to Lexington, went 1-2 up there. Said won the games that they figured to win. Zach Simpson and Greenwood, they went 1-2 at the Smoky Mountain Classic that got back just a few days ago from Gatlinburg, and 2-1 at the Lady Gator Holiday just before the Christmas break. Said he played some really good teams, maybe two of the best teams over at the Smoky Mountain that he has ever coached against. And his team comes in 7-4. South Warren is 5-8. We'll come back. We'll take a look at our starting lineups, get you more ready for tonight's 14th District girls matchup. We got the guys to follow. It is South Warren at Greenwood. You're watching the Warren County Public Schools Sports Network.
This is where it all started, right here on this farm. We may have grown over the years, but we've never lost sight of what was important to us. We're continuing that tradition today, and we always will be for generations to come.
Leachman Buick GMC is the #1 GMC dealership in Kentucky and multiple winner of the GM Mark of Excellence Award, and just recently achieved the #1 ranking as the most trusted GM service department in the Southeast United States. If something isn't right with your vehicle, no matter the make or model, just give Leachman a call. We offer a 15-minute diagnosis at no charge. Schedule your next visit at LeachmanAuto.com and discover why generations of customers choose Leachman Buick GMC.
Bigger isn't always best. The best things often come in small packages. At a huge law firm, ask, will you meet with the top attorney? Probably not. At Flora Tubman Stewart, you will meet with the top attorney. Yes, bigger isn't always best. So when you pick the best lawyer, pick the one who will be answering your calls, meeting with you, getting you the top settlement. Injured in an accident? Call the best. I'm Flora Templeton Stewart.
The thing I know about Franklin Bank and Trust is that they are large enough to serve your banking needs, but small enough to know you.
We want to know our bank gives back to the community.
When I call my bank, I want to talk to a real person.
Yes, we need a local banker that we can depend on.
Franklin Bank and Trust wants to keep banking personal. That's why all of our banking decisions are made at the local level. That's what you do in a hometown bank. You put people first.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Welcome back to Greenwood High School here in Bowling Green. Glad you're joining us on Prep Spin, the Warren County Schools.org website, and WBKO.com/PrepSpin. Mike Cleff on camera. Scott Thompson with you tonight. Glad to get you back started. Busy week for us. as we get back into our live streams. Tomorrow night we will have our first high school wrestling match. That will begin around 5:50. It'll be at South Warren Middle School. The Warren County wrestling team will take on Hart County as of right now. Then it's possible there could be a third team added to be a tri-match, but right now it's a dual match. And then coming up Friday, that's going to be a weather permitting, a Warren Central at South Warren boy-girl doubleheader basketball, and then we got a lot more coming your way. Let's take a look at your starting lineups here tonight. First for the visiting South Warren Lady Spartans, Gracie Hodges, a 5'7" junior. She's averaging 11 points, almost 5 rebounds a game. She'll be joined by McLean Hudson, a 5'4" 8th grader, 12 points, 2.5 rebounds a contest. Carrie Enlow, a 5'8" senior, 5 points, 3 rebounds a game. Lydia Frank, a 5'5" junior, 3.2 points and 2.3 rebounds a contest. And Kaya Mitchell will be the 5th person in that starting lineup for South Warren, a 5'10" sophomore, 2.7 points, 2.7 rebounds a contest. South Warren comes in averaging 50 points a game. They're giving up 49.9 points a game, so almost a tie every game. South Warren is shooting 39.6 from the field, 31.6% from three-point range, and from the free throw line, they're at 63%. For the Greenwood Lady Gators, Leah Trin, a 5'5" sophomore. She's averaging 23 points, 2.4 rebounds a contest. Olivia Lovell, a 5'10" senior, 5'8", 5.8 points a game, 6.6 rebounds a contest. JoJo McCorkle, a 5'7" sophomore, averaging about a point a game and 2.3 rebounds. Kayla Grant, 10 points, 11 rebounds a contest, a double-double, 5'10" junior. And Avery Overmole, 4 points, 3.2 rebounds a game. Greenwood's averaging 52.8 points a game, while allowing 55.5 points a game. So when they win, and when they lose, it's only by a couple. They're shooting 43.2% from the field, 33.3% from three-point range, 62% from the free throw line. Height advantage will definitely go overall to Greenwood. They've got about 4 or 5 that are 5'10". Then you look at South Warren, they have 1 5'11", 1 5'10", 2 5'10". So, you've got 2 teams ready to get going here in district play, ready to get the holidays behind them and get ready for, of course, the district tournament coming up later in February. Crowd moving in, 5:30-ish start. We got a little delay on the clock there, so get started somewhere around 5:35. And we're going to step out. You're watching the Warren County Public Schools Sports Network.
This is where it all started, right here on this farm. We may have grown over the years, but we've never lost sight of what was important to us. We're continuing that tradition today, and we always will be for generations to come.
Leachman Buick GMC is the #1 GMC dealership in Kentucky and multiple winner of the GM Mark of Excellence Award, and just recently achieved the #1 ranking as the most trusted GM service department in the Southeast United States. If something isn't right with your vehicle, no matter the make or model, just give Leachman a call. We offer a 15-minute diagnosis at no charge. Schedule your next visit at LeachmanAuto.com and discover why generations of customers choose Leachman Buick GMC.
The thing I know about Franklin Bank and Trust is that they are large enough to serve your banking needs, but small enough to know you.
We want to know our bank gives back to the community.
When I call my bank, I want to talk to a real person.
Yes, we need a local banker that we can depend on.
Franklin Bank and Trust wants to keep banking personal. That's why all of our banking decisions are made at the local level. That's what you do in a hometown bank. You put people first.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Welcome back to Greenwood High School. Scott Thompson, Mike Clef with you tonight. Coming up at halftime here at the girls' game, Will McCoy, the boys basketball coach at Greenwood, will join us. Second game tonight. During the guys' game at halftime, we'll have the winning coach. Either Zach Simpson or Lane Embry will join us at that point. So we welcome you into our 2022 edition of our live streams as you see the Greenwood Lady Gators coming through their cheerleaders to the right. I thank everyone for watching on the various platforms that we offer. Of course, go.prepspin.com on all your devices. Also, warrencountyschools.org. Everything streamed on the Warren County Public Schools website and on wbko.com/prepspin. Last night, boys basketball, Warren East in the 2A sectional lost to Adair County 67-43. Also, South Warren beat Cumberland County on the road 92-48. The only other Warren County Public School team in action tonight is Warren Central. They're hosting Bowling Green in a boys-only 14th District matchup. That girls' game between Bowling Green and Warren Central is postponed due to COVID. And then there's a little gap on games until Friday night. Of course, some weather is supposed to be making its way into the Bowling Green area late afternoon on Thursday. Some freshman JV games were moved from Thursday to tomorrow night. So our Friday doubleheader is Warren Central at South Warren. As you get a good look there, Dan Dillingham, the athletic director and assistant principal here at Greenwood. They're going to have a presentation here very shortly before this game starts. Also, Friday night, Greenwood will be at Warren East in the girl-boy doubleheader. So 14th District action, hot and heavy to get things started in this 2022 portion of our live stream schedule. Like I said, to remind you, tomorrow night we'll have our first high school wrestling match. We'll be at South Warren Middle School as the Warren County wrestling team will host Hart County as of right now. Thomas Carter was telling me today that they are trying to find two teams had to back out, and that they're trying to find a third team to make it a tri-meet instead of a dual meet. So we'll know tomorrow. Tune in 5:50 right here on all of our platforms to watch high school wrestling. And also coming up later this month, we will be doing our first swim meet as well at the Warren County Academic and Aquatic Center. We'll have that for you later on this month. So bringing you everything that we can possibly bring you involving Warren County Public Schools sports teams. Both teams finalizing warm-ups. We'll be ready to get things underway for you. And while we're waiting on that, we'll take a short break. You're watching the Warren County Public Schools Sports Network.
Leachman Buick GMC is the #1 GMC dealership in Kentucky and multiple winner of the GM Mark of Excellence Award, and just recently achieved the #1 ranking as the most trusted GM service department in the Southeast United States. If something isn't right with your vehicle, no matter the make or model, just give Leachman a call. We offer a 15-minute diagnosis at no charge. Schedule your next visit at LeachmanAuto.com and discover why generations of customers choose Leachman Buick GMC.
Bigger isn't always best. The best things often come in small packages. At a huge law firm asks, will you meet with the top attorney? Probably not. At Flora Tubman Stewart, you will meet with the top attorney. Yes, bigger isn't always best. So when you pick the best lawyer, pick the one who will be answering your calls, meeting with you, getting you the top settlement. Injured in an accident? Call the best. I'm Flora Templeton Stewart.
Tonight, we congratulate Leah on this accomplishment and present her with a game ball and a 1,000-point club total. Congratulations, Leah.
And congratulations, Leah Trin, as she received her 1,000th point, scored her 1,000th point. You see her right there handing stuff over to family members across the way. As we're about ready to get underway here at Greenwood, South Warren and Greenwood, the girls' game.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you would please rise for the presentation of our colors by the Greenwood High School JROTC. Presenting the colors this evening will be Senior Chief Petty Officer Matthews, Chief Petty Officer Yen, Petty Officer Second Class Boo, and Petty Officer Second Class Alvey. Ladies and gentlemen, before the playing of our national anthem, we would like to ask that you remain standing in a moment of silence as we recognize the lives that were lost due to the tornadoes in our area of December 10th and 11th. The tornadoes claimed 17 lives in the Bowling Green and Warren County area, which included 4 students of the Warren County Public Schools. Our hearts and prayers go out to these families, along with all the others that are impacted by the storms in our community and throughout the state. At this time, please join us as we have a moment of silence for 17 seconds to honor the lives lost and their families. Thank you, and may our Lord above continue to bless those that have lost loved ones. Now for the playing of your national anthem.
There's our national anthem as you see the Greenwood color guard on the floor. Nice recognition. Hello, everybody. Thanks, Mike. Mike up behind us tonight, sitting in the stands here at Greenwood. Glad to have you with us. We'll keep you updated on that Bowling Green at Warren Central. Both those teams ranked, depending on what poll you look at, in the top 10, just depending on where. Double checking here what we had marked as our starters for Greenwood. I think there may have been a number change here. We'll try to pick that up for you that we were not aware of. So we'll get that for you here as the wheel starts. Tony Franklin is our referee. He'll get things started as we jump it, and the tip controlled by Greenwood. Okay. Either right. Leah Trent on the left side. First points of the game. 2-0 Greenwood. Had everything right. And you got a pair of sisters on the squad, and that thought I heard one name. Here's a turnover. South Warren comes back, picks up a turnover of their own. That's Gracie Hodges on the dribble. Pressure out front. Stolen. Lead pass, Leah Tran, and she has the first 4 points of the game. 5'5" sophomore, averages 23 a contest. And you're still out front by Olivia Lovell, a 5'10" senior. You get a good look at Lane Embry. Well, his dad could coach. Coached both boys and girls basketball, was an assistant coach at WKU. His dad was. Got his brother on the bench. Get it to the free line. That's Mitchell. Mitchell bounce pass, stolen. Going the other way is Lovell for Greenwood. Tried to pass it off to Tran. Out of bounds. Be South Warren ball. 6:59. We played 1 minute here in the first quarter. Girls game, a little late start. About 7-8 minute delay at one point there during pregame warm-ups. Not sure why. Another steal. Trend to the left of the lane. Lane is good. Layup 6 for Trend, and South Warren is yet to score. McLean Hudson, just an 8th grader. Pass deflected, comes up with it and traveled. Got it, took a couple of steps, turned it over. Trent in the backcourt looking at a little half-court trap, 1-2-2-1. Baseline, nice pass. Oh, missed the easy shot was Avery Overmole. Gets it back. What you mean, it's Olivia Overmole. Rebound by South Warren, down floor quickly. Hodges, middle of the floor to Enlow. Enlow trying to go inside to Mitchell. Mitchell shot blocked by Kayla Grant. Greenwood come out very aggressive. You get a good look there at Will McCoy, the boys basketball coach here at Greenwood. He'll join us at halftime. Here's a three off the mark by Lydia Frank, the 5'5" junior. Got a held ball possession. And it stays with South Warren. They've changed things up at Greenwood. They've swapped sides. The visitors used to sit across the way. Now it's the home side. The visitors are on the bench side of the floor. Coming up with it, Greenwood, McCorkle. Lob to the left to Level. Level puts it up and in. Level, the 5'10" senior, first points of the game, so it's the first person other than Leah Trin to score. There's a trap by Greenwood. Very effective. Pass stolen. Great anticipation. Nice ball work, and there's going to be a travel. One extra step taken down floor by Level. Or excuse me, by Overmole, and the turnover goes to South Warren. 5:19, 8-0 Greenwood. Left side of the floor, South Warren will set it up. As Hodges, bounce pass over to the right side, up off the glass and hard by Kaya Mitchell. Loose ball rebound out of bounds. Must have been off of Kayla Grant of Greenwood. Trying to get something set up, get the inbounds pass on the far side for South Warren. Gracie Hodges, South Warren in the dark color, Greenwood in the light color uniforms. Driving to the right side, that is Mila Munrath. Lost it off the side of her hip. Greenwood comes up with it. McCorkle will hold it up. Level, trying to drive into traffic, and there's another travel. South Warren gets Grace Maxwell, a 5'10" sophomore, into the lineup. So Munrath will bring it up the floor for South Warren, attacking that trap. 1-3-1 zone is what they're doing by Greenwood, and it's trapping out of it. On the sides, up top, kick out, great. Quick passes here by South Warren. Munrath into the corner, knocked out of her hands, and there is going to be our first foul. That'll be on JoJo McCorkle, her first. Her first, that's the team's first. 4:14 to go first quarter, 8-0, Greenwood leading South Warren. Hodges on the dribble. Munrath baseline, tried to skip it along, does. Lost control over in that corner by Enlow, and turnover, and it goes to Greenwood. Jessica Peterson gets in. And also getting in, Olivia Overmole. Abby Overbay gets her first points. They get on the board. 3:33 here in the first quarter. Tie up there. Okay. I got my Overmoles straightened out. Got the numbers right. I had them right to begin with, then I switched them. So Greenwood ball. 3:30 to go. First quarter action. 8-2. Greenwood leading South Warren 14th District girls matchup. Grant kicks it out. On the dribble is Peterson. Trin. One-hander, no good. A rebound by Olivia Overmole, no good. And we're going to have a foul. It'll be on Overmole on the push. Olivia Overmole, her first, team's second. McCorkle back in for Greenwood. Mila Munrath will bring it up the floor. Midcourt greeted by that trap of Greenwood. Hodges, top of the key, left wing. In low for three, off the back of the iron. Rebound by Maxwell, and we've got a turnover. Travel. We've got a lot of travels called here in this first quarter. 2:53 mark, 8-2. Kyla Elzey, a 5'8" senior, in for Greenwood. McLean Hudson, the 5'4" eighth grader, back in for South Warren. Pass deflected out of bounds. Greenwood to put it in play right in front of the South Warren bench. That's Grant trying to get a little help out front. Counts on. McCorkle. Elzey driving to the baseline. Cut off. Forgot the ball. Coming up with it, South Warren on the takeaway. Munrath got that one. Down floor quickly is Hodges. Hodges takes it all the way. No good, and a foul, and free throws are on the way. Kayla Grant, that's her first, team's third. And that'll put at the line McLean Hudson, a 75%er on the year. Hit the first one. 12 points, 2.5 rebounds a game. Hit them both. 8-4, so Greenwood got off to a hot start. They've cooled off a little bit. South Warren has been able to cut it to an 8-4 lead. 2:15 to go here, first quarter action. Now South Warren's going to turn up a little trap here. Stepped on the line, forcing McCorkle out of bounds. Hodges into Hudson in the backcourt. Come out high with the offense to attack that zone. Going to the left side of the lane, put up is no good by Hodges. We got a rebound foul. That'll be on South Warren. Maxwell, that's her first, team's first. Olivia Level back into the lineup for Greenwood. Now a little full court press, 2-2-1. Far side driving. Pass to Grant inside, just bullied her way in there. First points of the night for Kayla Grant, averages almost 11 a game. 10-4 now, 6-point lead again. Greenwood led 8-0 at one point. Jumpers off the mark by Hodges. Down the other way is Tren. Tren put on the line for two, misses. Grant with it, driving in the lane. Gets her fourth point, 12-4, back to that 8-point lead for Greenwood. We're at a minute 18 first quarter. Pass out front was a dangerous bounce past Hudson. Now here's a steal by Greenwood. Tren on the left side lays it in. Tren now with 8 of her team's 14 points. They lead by 10. Biggest lead of the night for Greenwood. 57 seconds here in the first quarter. Hudson. And there to Hodges. Hodges kicks it out. And there is a three by Hodges. Or excuse me, Overbay. Abigail Overbay gets 3. She's got 5 of her team's 7. 37 seconds now. Peterson across the line. Grant kicks it into the right corner. McCorkle. Travel. Taking steps before they put the ball down. Lydia Frank, Carrie Enlow back in for South Warren. South Warren ball with 26 seconds to go in the first quarter. They're trailing 14-7 to Greenwood. In the middle of the floor, to Hudson overthrew her. And now Greenwood returns the favor and overthrows to Tren. South Warren will get it right next to their bench with 15 seconds to go here in the first quarter. to the right side. Frank driving. And there's a push as Frank was going to the block. That'll be on JoJo McCarkle. That's her second foul, the team's fourth. And count the bucket on the inbounds pass for South Warren. Trin, her first, team's fifth. Couple of subs for South Warren. So at the line, Frank will shoot one. 40% are on the year. Missed it. It's a 14-9 game. And Frank almost came up with a steal there in the backcourt. 1 second remaining. Greenwood ball, they've got to bring it just a little over halfway. Steal, and that's it. End of the first quarter. It's Greenwood 14, South Warren 9. You're watching the Warren County Public Schools Sports Network.
That familiar sound of rubber and wood floor. The feel of the ball passing between hands and air. The squeaking of the sneakers. And a moment of silent breath, thankfully followed by the whipping of net. And the reward after. This is a moment to remember. This is a Mingy moment.
The thing I know about Franklin Bank and Trust is that they are large enough to serve your banking needs, but small enough to know you.
We want to know our bank gives back to the community.
When I call my bank, I want to talk to a real person.
Yes, we need a local banker that we can depend on.
Franklin Bank and Trust wants to keep banking personal. That's why all of our banking decisions are made at the local level. That's what you do in a hometown bank. You put people first.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Glad to have you on this Tuesday night, the first Tuesday in January, our 14th district matchup here in the Warren County Public Schools Sports Network. The Greenwood Lady Gators leading South Warren 14-9. Their biggest lead's been at 10. Glad you're joining us. We're on the Prep Spin Twitter feed as well. So wherever you watch us, thanks for tuning in tonight. Guys game will follow. South Warren starts with possession here in the second quarter. Over Bay, baseline. In low, gets it in a little bit closer, and Kaya Mitchell gets her first points, 14-11. All of a sudden, it's a 3-point lead for Greenwood, who led by 10 and 14-4 at one point. And there's another travel. Grant knew it as soon as she let go of the ball. Avery Overmole gets back in. Now that same trap been giving problems. Knocked out of bounds. South Warren ball. Mitchell driving baseline. Up, missed it. Put back up, and it's no good. Greenwood comes away with a rebound. Trent in the backcourt. Leah Trin. That's 10 now for her, 16-11. Back to a 5-point lead for Greenwood. Like I said, they've led by as many as 10. Here in the first half, Leah Trin leading the way. South Warren ball in the backcourt. Up underneath, no good. Mitchell trying to use her size to her advantage in there, instead lost the ball. McLean Hudson back in, the 8th grader for South Warren. Now here's full court pressure by South Warren. Looks like a 2-2. That's a diamond and one, what it looks like now. They go man-to-man off of it. Grant has the pass deflected. In low comes away with it for South Warren. They could possibly cut this lead to 2 with a 3. Hudson on the dribble. In low, inside. Mitchell knocked out of her hands, and that will be a reach on McCorkle. That'll be her 3rd. If it's on her, it is. 3 on her, team 6th. Kaya Mitchell to shoot 2, a 33%er on the year so far. Averages 2.7 a game. Missed that. She's got 2. Olivia Overmole in for Greenwood. And Mila Munrath in. Mitchell gets it. She's got 3. Greenwood across the timeline. That's level. 16-12 game with 6 minutes to go first half. Greenwood up by 4. 3-pointer on the way. That's off the mark by Overmole. And we've got a held ball possession. And it stays with Greenwood. And Greenwood will put it in play down to our left. Grant on the left wing. Here's a near steal. Good anticipation by McLean Hudson of South Warren. Grant gets the inbounds pass. Loose on the floor. And we'll get a timeout by Greenwood. It will be a 30-second timeout. We'll keep it here. As just after 6 o'clock, so Bowling Green and Warren Central just getting underway at Warren Central. That's a boys-only game. COVID cancellation of the girls' game, Bowling Green at Warren Central tonight. Warren East is off. So we've got you Greenwood hosting South Warren. This is a girl-boy doubleheader. Guys' game will follow. Lovell will inbounds it for Greenwood. Gets it out front. Olivia Overmole. Tren in the lane. Scoops it up and in. Leah Tren with 12 of the 16 or 18 points of Greenwood. 5:28 in the first half. Trouble getting it across. Nice pass, and there's a travel. Kaya Mitchell. So many of the travel calls tonight have been because they forget to put the ball down first. Overmole to Trent. Cross-court it for Grant. South Warren, kind of a 2-3 trapping zone it looks like. Trent off the glass. 14 of her team's 20 first half points. Leah Tren, the 5'5 sophomore. 5 minutes to go first half. Munrath finally gets it across. Grant. Knocked out of her hands. Excuse me, as Mitchell knocked out of her hands, and Greenwood has it. Trend. In the lane, scoops it up, no good. There's a rebound by South Warren's Munrath. Lob inside off the glass. No good by Mitchell. She'll go to the line to shoot 2. That'll be charged to Olivia Overmole, her second, team 7th. Kaya Mitchell, who's 1 for 2, has 3 points tonight. She's right on her average. She's 2 out of 3 at the line. Greenwood will get in Abby Walker, a 5'5 sophomore, and Alex Doig, a 5'5 sophomore. Mitchell hit them both. She's got 5 now. 6-point lead for Greenwood as South Warren's cut into it. Backhand's Grace Maxwell for South Warren. Full court press, deflection, and there's a travel. Gracie Hodges came up with it and then traveled with it, trying to come up with it. Steal. Kicked out of bounds by Gracie Hodges. Back in for South Warren will be Lydia Frank. 4:29 here in the first half. Will McCoy, the Greenwood boys coach, will join us at halftime. Kayla Grant the other way, hops her way across the lane and gets her 6th point of the night. 22-14, back to an 8-point lead for Greenwood. In the corner, thought about the 3, Hodges. Instead, dribbles, gets it closer. Now they bounce it across the lane. Maybe a little too close for that. It goes out of bounds to Greenwood, and here comes South Warren with full court pressure. Walker to Grant, inside off the glass. 8 now for Grant. 24-14, 10-point lead once again for Greenwood. 14-4, now 24-14. There's a steal out front by the Lady Gators. That's level. Now right back by South Warren. And we got a block there against the Lady Gators. Alex Doig, her first, team's 8, so it's a bonus here for South Warren. Lydia Frank at the line, 0 for 1 tonight, 1+ here. She now has 3, right on her average. 1 out of 2 at the line. Trend back in for Greenwood, and Inlow back in for South Warren. Missed it. Trend with the outlet pass. Doig. Here's a steal. Great anticipation by Inlow. Hodges the other way for South Warren. Dribbles through traffic. Mitchell kicks it out. There's a 3 on the way from Hudson. 5 now for McLean Hudson, 24-15. Excuse me, 24-18. Back to a 6-point lead for Greenwood. Trent out front. Doig for 3. Oh, it goes in and out. Hodges down 4 quickly for Inlow on the right side. Squeezed that one in somehow. Her angle, I'm not sure how she got that ball to go from the angle she shot. South Warren turned up the defense. They're within 4. Going up off the glass, off the steal. Hodges, her first points. 24-22, 2:35. A 30-second timeout by Greenwood. That's their second timeout. We'll step away for 30 seconds. You're watching the Warren County Public Schools Sports Network.
The thing I know about Franklin Bank and Trust is that they are large enough to serve your banking needs, but small enough to know you.
We want to know our bank gives back to the community.
When I call my bank, I want to talk to a real person.
Yes, we need a local banker that we can depend on.
Franklin Bank and Trust wants to keep banking personal. That's why all of our banking decisions are made at the local level. That's what you do in a hometown bank. You put people first.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
After the timeout, Greenwood will bring it the length of the floor, leading by only 2, 24-22. I mean, it wasn't a minute or so ago. It was 24-14, and a 8-0 run here by South Warren. There's almost another steal by South Warren, and it is, but we have a foul. That'll be charged to Gracie Hodges of South Warren, her first, just the team's second on South Warren. Nice crowd moving in here tonight. These district contests are at 5:30 now. There's Leah Tran. 16 first half points for her. Averages 23 a game. Back up by 4. Greenwood. Enlow in the corner. Tried to throw it into the lane. Run down by Hudson. Underneath. Up high. No good. By Mitchell trying to work herself in there. Didn't use the backboard. Trend top of the key. Doig driving baseline. And that's deflected out of bounds. Or no, it's not deflected. Nobody touched it. South Warren ball. Avery Overmole back into the lineup. 26-22. Greenwood lead at a minute 45. First half action here at Greenwood. Guys game to follow. There's a 3 off the mark on the far side by Carrie Enlow. And stepping on the line, an unforced turnover by Jessica Peterson. South Warren will get the ball back as Grace Maxwell checks back in. Trin deflects the inbounds pass. Abigail Overbay back in for South Warren. A minute 32 remaining in the first half. 26-22, Greenwood by 4. Oh, forgot that. Gracie Hodges lost it on the dribble. Trin the other way and a little hard off the backboard. South Warren pushes it the other way at a minute 20. Hudson thought about it. Instead comes out front. There's a 3-pointer and it's off the mark. Rebound by Grant of Greenwood. Peterson driving off the glass, overshot it. Put back up and no good by Overmole. And in there, one of the shortest ones comes up with it. McLean Hudson, the 5'4" 8th grader, driving the other way and gets a little bump. She'll go to the line for 1+. Team's 9th on Greenwood. Jessica Peterson's first foul. Olivia Lovell, the 5'10" senior, back into the lineup for Greenwood. So McLean Hudson with 5 here in the first half will shoot 2. First one good, 26-23. Hudson with 6, make it 7. She's 4 for 4 from the free throw line. 26-24, South Warren within 2. The game has only been tied one time, and that was at the very start. 46 seconds. Full court pressure by South Warren. Tipped out of there, but right into the hands of Overmole. And she travels, looking for some help. 41 seconds remaining in the first half. South Warren could tie, take the lead, or still trail. Far side of the floor, in low. Now in the middle of the floor for Hudson. Hudson comes up with it. Free line jumper, in and out. Grant on the rebound for Greenwood. The other way, Trin has 2 in front of her. Over to Overmole, Olivia's first point. 28-24, a 4-point lead with 13 seconds. South Warren trying to cut into this lead. In low, far side, underneath, with it, Maxwell, no good. McLean Hudson goes for it, loose ball, and time expires. The first half comes to a close. The Greenwood Lady Gators 28, and the South Warren Spartans 24. Greenwood at times had 2 10-point leads, got up to an 8-point lead, and then they were able to, South Warren able to cut it down, and we're halftime. 28-24, you're watching the Warren County Public Schools Sports Network.
The thing I know about Franklin Bank and Trust is that they are large enough to serve your banking needs, but small enough to know you.
We want to know our bank gives back to the community.
When I call my bank, I want to talk to a real person.
Yes, we need a local banker that we can depend on.
Franklin Bank and Trust wants to keep banking personal. That's why all of our banking decisions are made at the local level. That's what you do in a hometown bank. You put people first.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Leachman Buick GMC is the #1 GMC dealership in Kentucky and multiple winner of the GM Mark of Excellence Award, and just recently achieved the #1 ranking as the most trusted GM service department in the Southeast United States. If something isn't right with your vehicle, no matter the make or model, just give Leachman a call. We offer a 15-minute diagnosis at no charge. Schedule your next visit at LeachmanAuto.com and discover why generations of customers choose Leachman Buick GMC.
That familiar sound of rubber and wood floor. The feel of the ball passing between hands and air. The squeaking of the sneakers. And a moment of silent breath, thankfully followed by the whipping of net. And the reward after. This is a moment to remember. This is a Mingy moment.
Welcome back to Greenwood High School. Scott Thompson with you here tonight. Mike Cleff is on the camera. He's peeking over my shoulder here. We'll get you score. As it is a 4-point lead, 28-24. Greenwood leading South Warren. For the visiting Lady Spartans, Gracie Hodges 2, McLean Hudson 7, Abigail Overbay 5, Carrie Enlow 2, Lydia Frank with 3, Kaya Mitchell has 5. South Warren was 8 of 11 from the free throw lane here in the first half. For Greenwood, 16 from Leah Trin, Olivia Overmole with 2, Olivia Level 2, and Kayla Grant had 8 points here in the first half. As coming up, the guys game will be after this one. We hope to have Will McCoy, the Greenwood Gator basketball coach, to join us here in just a few minutes. We'll try to get you an update on that Bowling Green at Warren Central score as well. You're watching the Warren County Public Schools Sports Network.
Bigger isn't always best. The best things often come in small packages. At a huge law firm, ask, will you meet with the top attorney? Probably not. At Flora Tubman Stewart, you will meet with the top attorney. Yes, bigger isn't always best. So when you pick the best lawyer, pick the one who will be answering your calls, meeting with you, getting you the top settlement. Injured in an accident? Call the best. I'm Flora Templeton Stewart.
That familiar sound of rubber and wood floor. The feel of the ball passing between hands and air. The squeaking of the sneakers. And a moment of silent breath, thankfully followed by the whipping of net. And the reward after. This is a moment to remember. This is a Mingy moment.
The thing I know about Franklin Bank and Trust is that they are large enough to serve your banking needs, but small enough to know you.
We want to know our bank gives back to the community.
When I call my bank, I want to talk to a real person.
Yes, we need a local banker that we can depend on.
Franklin Bank and Trust wants to keep banking personal. That's why all of our banking decisions are made at the local level. That's what you do in a hometown bank. You put people first.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Richmond Buick GMC.
Welcome back to Greenwood High School. Halftime, Will McCoy of the Greenwood Gators, his team in action coming up against South Warren here very shortly. But Will, a very successful holiday season for your Gators. Everything went well except for that one team out of Morristown, Tennessee.
Yeah, that was a heck of a team, Scott. We had a good week, about 10-day stretch there. Got to play 6 really competitive teams. We got better from that experience. A lot of good team bonding. Found out probably a little bit more who we are, certain lineups that work for us. We're able to work on some things, knowing certain teams weren't going to see it. So overall, it was a really successful little stretch there.
You know, and you played you've played some good teams. You go back, you've played North Laurel, you've played the Scott County, some well-known teams, but people may not know about these teams in Tennessee and Alabama that you faced, and it's good to kind of step away from Kentucky and see somebody else, wasn't it?
It was. That we talked about that Douglas, Alabama team was 11-1 coming into our game, and we'd watched them on film. Man, they were really good. It was 16-14 into the first quarter, and we were the best we've been all year, second, third quarter of that game defensively. If that team shows up for us every night, we're going to be scary. And I was really proud of our effort, and we just kind of put them away, and then we ran into the juggernaut that was Morristown East. But that was still a great experience for us to play a team like that.
Those that follow you know about that main core, but has somebody stepped up in this last 2 weeks, maybe that a pleasant surprise for you?
Jax Buchanan was somewhat of our 6-man spark last year, our 6'4" senior off the bench. He had that severe ankle injury against Russell County early in the year and has been out a long stretch. And we got him back during the Gatlinburg tournament on limited minutes. Man, he was huge. But it's really been a team effort. We've got 8 guys averaging 6 or more points, really spreading the ball around. It was different guys, different nights. Asher Pettis, a freshman, stepped in there against Douglas and scored 12 points. You had guys like your Mason Thornhills, your Luke Stansberry's off the bench making shots. Ira Mateos come in, mix it up to go along with that first 5. So we've got a good 8-9 guys we feel real good about right now.
And I know coaches don't care about polls, but you start looking at polls, all parts of the state. You're seeing the Greenwood, you're seeing Warren Central, you're seeing Bowling Green. Dang it, they're in the same district.
I know, man. Same thing every year, right?
Yeah.
And Bowling Green, I think you and I talked about this during the football season. Yes. I'm not trying to sound like a know-it-all. I knew they were going to be so much better than people gave them credit for. A down year is not a down year over there. Do they have the team they had last year? No, but they got a lot of good young players who play extremely hard and very talented senior point guard in Turner Buttrey. And Warren Central is the most underrated team in the state. Coach Huntsville does a great job. That junior class is special. That one's probably going to be a barn burner over there tonight, I would imagine. So,
how good was that the Christmas holidays? Was it for your team? Did you find out something about your team maybe you did not know during those 2 tournaments?
Man, I got to know the young guys a little bit more. I'll be honest, having 8 seniors and 2 juniors, I know these guys pretty well now. We had a blast. I got to be a kid for a few days. We rented a big cabin in Gatlinburg. We all stayed together, played video games, had old school arcade games.
Bring your team closer?
It did, man. We did team meals. We went to movies. We went out and we took them on a big alpine slide up in the mountains. I mean, we had a blast, and that's what it's all about. Those are memories those guys will have 25 years from now. They may forget who beat us and who didn't, but that stuff will stick, so I was real proud to be able to do that.
All right, your one concern about South Warren tonight?
Man, they shoot the ball so well. When they get hot, they're a really tough team to play, and Coach Holland, he's going to throw 4 or 5 different defenses at us, try to slow us down, muck it up, because he does that very well. He had success over here last year doing that, so we've just got to play our game and worry about us. But they are a team that if they get hot from the perimeter, I think that they can beat anybody on any given night. So we're going to try to do a good job on that.
Appreciate the time. I know you got to get ready for the second half.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, sir. All right, that's Will McCoy, the head boys basketball coach here at Greenwood, stepping in for a couple of minutes here. He said he was honest. He said, "Man, I forgot," and he said, "Good thing you texted me." To remind me to come on. The coaches get here, they're watching the girls' game. You've got parents, you've got coaches, you got everybody pulling and tugging at them. So we appreciate him taking time out here. And it is South Warren ball. They're trailing by 4 as we start the third quarter. Cutting to the basket in low, kicks it back out. Here's a 3 off the mark. Back out the iron by Gracie Hodges. They got off to a really slow start. It looked like Greenwood was just going to kind of just maybe make this an easy contest. Up 8-0, going to the bucket is a Munrath. She gets fouled. She'll go to the line to shoot 2. Lovell, that's her first. That's the team's first here in the second half. Munrath, a 51.9%er on the year. Missed the first one. Second one is good. Her first points of the night. 28-25, 3-point lead. I mean, Greenwood got out to an 8-0 lead quickly. And then next thing you know, first quarter was 14-9, and then second quarter is when they really made their run. Lovell to the left side over Mole. Driving, got a little space off the glass. That's 4 now for Olivia Overmole. Oh, excuse me, Avery Overmole. That's her first points of the night. I get them mixed up, even though they got different numbers. Driving to the lane, right side off the glass. Hodges gets her 4th point. And South Warren answers right back, 30-27. Quickly down floor. That was McCorkle, left side. On the dribble now is Avery Overmole. Avery left it short. Got a little bump there from Mitchell. Going the other way, Enlow. Enlow lays it up with one hand, no, but draws the foul, and Enlow will go to the line. She'll shoot 2. Olivia Lovell, that's her second foul. That's the team's second on Greenwood here in the second half. Enlow, a 72%er on the year, 2 points tonight. That's her first free throw made. She now has 3. And that one's off the mark. Rebound by Grant. Thought she was being hounded by a South Warren Spartan, and that was her own teammate. Trin into the right corner. Lovell with the left hand. Dribble. Now Trin backs it out. South Warren, a 2-3 zone, they'll trap out of it. 6:15 third quarter, 30-28. Greenwood up, and Trin fires it high off the backboard, no good. The other way, South Warren on the move, pass deflected by Overmole. Down floor quickly. Trin misses. Oh, bad pass, but going to turn out okay for South Warren as the ball got deflected into the back court. They come up with it, but a foul on Greenwood. Avery Overmole. That's her first, team's 3rd here in the second half. South Warren will attack. They're down by 2. They could tie it up for the first time since 0. 5:42 here, third quarter. 3 off the mark by Hodges. Run down by Grant for Greenwood. Trin into the corner. The 3 is good by McCorkle. That's just a 2-pointer. Okay, a foot on the line. 33-28. Greenwood up by 5, still in the back court. Right-handed layup is good and a foul. Avery Overmole gets her 4th point. Will go to the line to shoot 1, and it's 35-28. Munrath, that's her first. Team's first here in the second half. That's the one thing South Warren did not do in the first half was foul. Only 2 team fouls. Avery Overmole. 5th point, 36-28. So it ends up being a 3-point play. Inside, South Warren. Bad angle there for Maxwell. Gary Enlow gets the rebound, puts it in. That's 5 now for Enlow. Pressure by South Warren. Trend. And she travels. At the half, South Warren leads Bowling Green 55-29. Wow. Chappelle Whitney with 27 for the Dragons in the first half. Goodness gracious, how about that? South Warren ball. And a foul as Maxwell goes to the line. She'll shoot 2. JoJo McCorkle, that's her 4th. Team's 4th here in the second half. Kylie Elsie gets in. Free throw good. By Hodges. 36-32 now. Missed shot. Excuse me, Maxwell hit them both. Sorry about that. Ball goes out and it'll be Greenwood ball. We got something on the ball as it went out of bounds, so we're going to have a slight delay while we get another basketball. So they're going to have to do something with the ball. They'll get one to the satisfaction of the official here, but something slick down there in that end zone. Yeah, Warren Central leading Bowling Green 55-29. They ended the first half on a 15-2 run. Chappelle Whitney with 27 in the first half for Warren Central. Big matchup there, and boy, how about that? That ball's got too much bounce in it, so they're trying to come up with another ball. The one they like, they're wanting to get that cleaned up, I believe. While they're doing that, we'll step out on the Warren County Public Schools Sports Network. That's the first time I remember a sticky ball delay. So they finally got the ball cleaned up, or they got one that's okay to our official, Tony Franklin there. Now we got something out on the floor. They're getting that cleaned up. Not sure if somebody had some blood out on the floor. I think that may have been it, as the trainer was out there. We're at 36-32. We're in the third quarter. 4:10 here in the girls' game. Guys' game to follow. Greenwood ball to bring it the length of the floor. Near steal by Enlow. Knocks it out of bounds. Stays with Greenwood. Remind you, tomorrow night, we'll be on the air at 5:50. Our first high school wrestling match. Tomorrow night from South Warren Middle School, the Warren County wrestling team will take on Hart County as of now. Could possibly be a tri-match, but right now it's a duel. And there's a three. Kylie Elsie Thought that ball was going to come out. Stayed in for a 3. Expands the Greenwood lead to 39-32. In the lane, off the glass, no good by Hodges. Goes out of bounds, and it stays with South Warren. As you get a good look at the baseline, and putting it in play is South Warren's Abigail Overbay. Driving is in low underneath, left side, trying to use the right hand. Looks like maybe a little traffic there. Now comes inside, she drives again and gets fouled this time. Olivia Overmole, her third, team's 5th here in the second half. And Carrie Enlow will go the line. She'll shoot 2. 72% on the year, 1 out of 2 tonight, has 5 total points. Has 6 now. Olivia Level back in for Greenwood. Both these teams have multi-sport athletes. Greenwood's got some volleyball players, and South Warren's got some softball players, and I don't remember if anybody was on. I believe they may have a volleyball player on here too. Both of them are good. Mila Munrath back in. 39-34, 5-point advantage for Greenwood. Overbay deflects it out of bounds. Stays with Greenwood. Just move the other side of the baseline. So Greenwood attacking that full court press. No problems. Here's Elsie. Tren. Man-to-man. Kind of a matchup zone, basically. Here's a steal out front. Overbay for South Warren, and now Tren is going to reach in for Greenwood. Tren ought to be her second, team 6th on Greenwood. They've been aggressive. They've not been afraid to foul South Warren tonight. Munrath in the backcourt. And that's a carry. Turnover. Greenwood ball. Trent, left side of the lane, puts it up, got it to go. I think it was kind of a desperation shot. Foul will be charged to Mila Munrath. That's her second, team's second. And Trim will go to the line for the first time tonight. Jessica Peterson will check in for Kyla Elsie. Got it. Trin, a 78%er on the year from free throw line, hits that one. She now has 19. Knocked out of bounds, stays with South Warren. We're at 2:52 third quarter, 42-34. Kind of bounces up to a 6-8 point lead, and then back to a 2-point lead at times by South Warren, cutting into Greenwood's lead. Munrath driving baseline, puts it up, blocked from behind, loose ball. Munrath comes up with it in the paint. Got to get rid of it, and got a held ball possession. And it goes to Greenwood. Tran in the backcourt. Brings it up, drives the length of the floor, nice dish. Baseline jumper is good by Avery Overmole. She has 7 points all here in the third quarter. 44-34, a 10-point lead again. That matches the biggest lead, third time tonight for Greenwood. 2:15 third quarter. It's a game of spurts. The lefty on the right side, no good by Lovell, put back up and in, no good by Overmole, gets it, puts it up and in, count the bucket. Avery Overmole now with 9. She'll go to the line for a possible 10th point. And they'll get Lydia Frank, her first, team's third, and timeout taken by South Warren. That's their first timeout 46-34, free throws on the way. You're watching the Warren County Public Schools Sports Network.
Leachman Buick GMC is the #1 GMC dealership in Kentucky and multiple winner of the GM Mark of Excellence Award, and just recently achieved the #1 ranking as the most trusted GM service department in the Southeast United States. If something isn't right with your vehicle, no matter the make or model, just give Leachman a call. We offer a 15-minute diagnosis at no charge. Schedule your next visit at LeachmanAuto.com and discover why generations of customers choose Leachman Buick GMC.
Bigger isn't always best. The best things often come in small packages. At a huge law firm asks, will you meet with the top attorney? Probably not. At Flora Tubman Stewart, you will meet with the top attorney. Yes, bigger isn't always best. So when you pick the best lawyer, pick the one who will be answering your calls, meeting with you, getting you the top settlement. Injured in an accident? Call the best. I'm Flora Tubman Stewart.
.205 to go, third quarter. Greenwood up by 12, biggest lead of the night. Avery Overmole looking for her 10th point and missed it. Rebound, Grant puts it up and no good. Rebound by Mitchell for South Warren. 46-34, Greenwood by 12. They've had a couple of 10-point leads, but first time tonight a 12-point lead. Three-pointers off the mark by Hudson. Hudson gets it a little closer, no good. Rebound once again, wow. Coming away with it was Abigail Overbay. In there fighting against girls about half an inch or half a foot taller than her. And we got a travel in the backcourt against Peterson. South Warren gets the ball back. We've got 1:38 to go, third quarter. Into the backcourt. Overbay. Now we've got a foul on a reach on South Warren. Overbay, her first, team's fourth. Munrath back in. And Kyla Elsie back in for Greenwood. Trent on the far side for Greenwood. Out front is Elsie. Into the corner. Now, middle of the floor. Overmole had it, lost it in the lane. Grant fires a 15-footer. It's off the mark. Right there, Lovell just took it away, missed it. And Gracie Hodges away with it for South Warren the other way. Driving, length of the floor, got it to go. Hodges now with 6 on the night for South Warren, 10-point lead. As they cut into it, now down 4. Here's a steal by Hodges, and had a whistle blown. It goes to South Warren. I guess it was a held ball possession. 45 seconds here in the third quarter. This girls' game. Guys to follow. Nice give. Go off the glass. Mitchell off the pass from Frank. 7 now for Kaya Mitchell. 46-38. South Warren within 8. 32 seconds to go in the third quarter. LZ Tran almost traveled with it. Grant, free line, left side, kicks it back out. Lovell for 3. Lovell with 5 now. 49-38, 13 seconds to go here in the third quarter. 6 seconds to go. South Warren being hounded up top. Quickly, Tran gets the pass at the buzzer. Count it. 21 now for Tran. 51-38. Greenwood leads after 3. You're watching the Warren County Public Schools Sports Network.
The thing I know about Franklin Bank and Trust is that they are large enough to serve your banking needs, but small enough to know you.
We want to know our bank gives back to the community.
When I call my bank, I want to talk to a real person.
Yes, we need a local banker that we can depend on.
Franklin Bank and Trust wants to keep banking personal. That's why all of our banking decisions are made at the local level. That's what you do in a hometown bank. You put people first.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
We start the fourth quarter here at Greenwood. Greenwood's extended its lead to 51-38. South Warren a couple of times was within 2, but we start the fourth quarter. Greenwood ball up by 13. That's the biggest lead of the night for them. Trend driving right side, passes off a level and kind of caught her from behind, off the shoulder there. She was moving in. The pass just kind of mistimed her a little bit. Out of bounds to South Warren. Trouble at the midcourt line. Hudson has it taken from her. Trend off the pass is good. Leah Trend now with 23 points. That's right on her average. Up by 15. Here's a steal. That pressure getting to South Warren. Trend misses. Rebound by Munrath. Munrath quickly over to the far side. Here's a 3 on the way. No good by Hudson. South Warren needs to hit some buckets. They can't afford to go down floor in empty possessions. They've got to score. They're down by 15. Come out with a little token pressure here. 1-3-1 full court press. Grant, free line, driving to the left side and draws the foul on Mitchell. Mitchell, that's her first, team's 5th non-shooting foul. That means Gracie Hodges will get back in for South Warren as Munrath will check out. Trend. Far sides it to Elsie. Over Mole to Grant, free line. Scoots her way down the left side of the lane, no good. Rebound by Gracie Hodges. Cutting across. Mitchell kicks it back out. Top of the key is Hodges. Hodges in the corner. 3 from Overbay. It's off the mark. Well, they can't hit a 3 tonight. I think they've hit, 1 3? Yep, 2 threes. They hit 2 threes. 1 in the first quarter, 1 in the second quarter. 6:23 remaining. There's a 3 from Greenwood. No good by Elsie. Going the other way is Overbay for South Warren. Knocked out of bounds by Lovell. Alex Doig gets in for Greenwood. 5'5" sophomore for Greenwood. Hudson out front for South Warren. They can't waste a whole lot of time. They're down by 15. 53-38. In low. Looks like it's a 2-3 zone that they're trapping out of Greenwood. Hudson. Over to in low. Lob inside for Mitchell, and they threw it away. The Greenwood ball. Still in the back court. Enlow turns, spins, misses. Putback is up, and it's no good. Hodges. Driving to the lane, be before the shot. She got tripped up. Alex Doy gets her second, team 7th, and it will be 1+ here. Leah Trend back in for Greenwood. One plus. First one is good by Hodges. 7 on the night for Hodges. A 65.8% from the free line, hit them both. 8 now for Hodges. 53-40, a 13-point deficit for South Warren. And the Lady Gators throw it away. Throw it away. Timeout Greenwood. They want a full timeout. Leading by 13s, you're watching the Warren County Public Schools Sports Network.
This is where it all started, right here on this farm. We may have grown over the years, but we've never lost sight of what was important to us. We're continuing that tradition today, and we always will be for generations to come.
South Warren ball after the Greenwood timeout. Greenwood has taken 3 timeouts tonight. Hudson into the corner. That's Hodges. Off the glass. That's 8 second-half points for Hodges, 10 in the game for South Warren's Gracie Hodges. Back to an 11-point lead. They got a pressure here. They are forcing Greenwood, and there's another timeout because they were getting close to a 10 count. And it's a full timeout. 4:53 remaining, 53-42 Greenwood. You're watching Warren County Public Schools Sports Network.
Leachman Buick GMC is the #1 GMC dealership in Kentucky and multiple winner of the GM Mark of Excellence Award, and just recently achieved the #1 ranking as the most trusted GM service department in the Southeast United States. If something isn't right with your vehicle, no matter the make or model, just give Leachman a call. We offer a 15-minute diagnosis at no charge. Schedule your next visit at LeachmanAuto.com and discover why generations of customers choose Leachman Buick GMC.
The thing I know about Franklin Bank and Trust is that they are large enough to serve your banking needs, but small enough to know you.
We want to know our bank gives back to the community.
When I call my bank, I want to talk to a real person.
Yes, we need a local banker that we can depend on.
Franklin Bank and Trust wants to keep banking personal. That's why all of our banking decisions are made at the local level. That's what you do in a hometown bank. You put people first.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Driving Trin out of the timeout. Draws the foul on Mitchell. Her second. That's the team's 6th. Trin tonight 1 for 1 at the free throw line. How about 2 for 2? 24 on the night for her. Got them both. Mitchell inside for South Warren on the pass to Hodges. Lovell will get her 3rd, team's 8th. Hodges will be at the line. She'll shoot 2. Missed them both. After just hitting 2, she missed them both. 55-43, still a 12-point lead for Greenwood at 4:30 to go in the game. I have the guys' game to follow. Steal out front by Overbay. Left side, Hudson gets hammered. She'll go to the line to shoot 2. As they will draw the foul on Lovell. That's her 4th, team's 9th. Hodges has 7 points, none here in the second half. 4 for 4. Misses that one, so they've missed several. Got the second one. 8 now. 55-45, an 11-point lead, 4:19 remaining. Greenwood with the ball. Full court press here by South Warren. Enlow on the steal, up and in. 9 for Carrie Enlow. Makes it a 9-point game, 55-46. McCorkle, Trent in the lane, left hand, just a little short. Out front, Hodges, timeout, South Warren. They're going to take a 30-second timeout. We'll keep it right here. .353 remaining. It's a 9-point lead for Greenwood at 55-46. Thanks for watching us here on our Warren County Public Schools Sports Network via go.prepspin.com. Also on our warrencountyschools.org website. wbko.com/prepspin. Prepspin also has us on their their Twitter page. I've not checked in to see if they have us on the Facebook page. But lots of ways to watch. And, of course, check us out. YouTube channel for Prep Spin. All over the place. You can find these Warren County Public Schools live streams. Scott Thompson, Mike Cleft tonight with you. Here's the left of the lane. Gracie Hodges. 2 more points for her. She's turned it on here in the second half. 10 second half points, 12 in the game. 55-48, 7-point lead just like that. I mean, Greenwood has raced out to big leads, and then South Warren comes right back. Missed shot, Maxwell. Greenwood forcing shots right now. Hudson, in low, 3, no good. Kept alive by Maxwell. Loose on the floor, and it will be a held ball possession. Goes to South Warren. Putting it in play. Got a foul on the inbounds pass. Foul will be on Avery Overmole, her second, team's 10th. So we're now in the 2-shot foul for Carrie Enlow. And South Warren will be in the 2-shot foul the rest of the way here at 3:15. First one's good. Second one is also good for Enlow. Almost a near steal by South Warren. It's a 5-point game, and here's a travel turnover. South Warren making a comeback here. There's a jumper good by Gracie Hodges. 55-52, just like that. South Warren is back after looking like they were gonna. There's a held ball possession. Greenwood ball up by only 3. 2:50 remaining here in the game. Greenwood looking for their first win in district play. South Warren looking to go 2-0 as they beat Warren East before the Christmas break. Trent out front will back it up. They're up by 3. They're going to spread out the offense, pass it around, use some time. Grant turns, puts it in. That's her first points of the second half. She has 10 in the game. Deflected out of bounds, stays with South Warren. (57-52) Greenwood at 2:18 here in the girls' game. Out front, comes to Frank. Frank dishes off to Enlow. Enlow stops in the lane, back out. Hudson had it. 3 on the way, and it's good by Lydia Frank. She's got 6 now, 57-55, a 2-point game. Just when you thought Greenwood was going to kind of walk away with this one, and here comes South Warren right back. Lob in the lane, Grant off the glass. 12 now for Kayla Grant of Greenwood, 59-55 as Greenwood answers right back. Hodges, right side for Enlow. 2-3 zone by Greenwood, comes up with a turnover. Trend, down floor quickly, Overmole lays it in. 11 now in the second half for Avery Overmole, 61-55. Greenwood by 6. Pass into the right corner, Maxwell. And there's a shot blocked. As setting up was Overbay. It looked like she had a 3, and it was blocked from behind on a trailing Gator. Trent will go to the line. Be one in the bonus. Abigail Overbay, her second, team 7th. McLean Hudson will get back in. Leah Trent will shoot one in the bonus here. 25 on the night, averages 23. Missed it. South Warren at a minute 7, down by 6. Enlow. Hudson in the lane, scoops up and in. Hodges. Timeout, South Warren, a full timeout. 56 seconds to go, a 4-point game on the Warren County Public Schools Sports Network.
Bigger isn't always best. The best things often come in small packages. At a huge law firm asks, will you meet with the top attorney? Probably not. At Flora Tubman Stewart, you will meet with the top attorney. Yes, bigger isn't always best. So when you pick the best lawyer, pick the one who will be answering your calls, meeting with you, getting you the top settlement. Injured in an accident? Call the best. I'm Flora Templeton Stewart.
That familiar sound of rubber and wood floor. The feel of the ball passing between hands and air. The squeaking of the sneakers. And a moment of silent breath, thankfully followed by the whipping of net. And the reward after. This is a moment to remember. This is a Mingy moment.
.6 seconds remaining. It's Greenwood 61, South Warren 57 here in the girls' game. Greenwood's had some big leads. South Warren keeps coming right back. South Warren has never led in this game. It's only been tied once at 0. Grant to Trent, racing down the floor. 2 more for Trent. 27 on the night for Trent. And it's thrown away. South Warren overthrew Lydia Frank on the far side over there. Hodges back in. Greenwood in the back court. Up by 6, and there's a quick foul by Enlow. That'll be her first, team's 8th. Still 1 in the bonus for Greenwood. Olivia Lovell, 1 in the bonus. Her first free throw attempts of the night, and a 48%er on the year. And she got the first one. Lovell now with 6 points in the game. 7-point lead. Missed it. Can't waste a lot of time. Hudson for 3 is just shy. Going up with a big rebound there was Lovell. Grant saved it, but right to South Warren. Shot blocked by Lovell. 15 seconds. 7-point lead. Grant up underneath. Missed it. Got in a big hurry. And we've got a foul. I guess that will be on Grant. And that'll be on her second. 2-shot foul anyway for South Warren. They trail by 7 with 9.3. Yeah, it's possible. I don't know how likely, but it is possible. Frank at the line, shooting 2, missed the first one. She's 1 for 3 at the line tonight. Missed them both. Rebound put up, and it is no good by Munrath. 3 seconds to go. And Greenwood's going to win this one. They'll go 1-1, and both teams will be 1-1 in district play. 3.5 seconds. 64-57 is going to be your final score. We'll come back with a wrap-up as Greenwood defeats South Warren in our girls' game. You're watching Warren County Public Schools Sports Network.
The thing I know about Franklin Bank and Trust is that they are large enough to serve your banking needs, but small enough to know you.
We want to know our bank gives back to the community.
When I call my bank, I want to talk to a real person.
Yes, we need a local banker that we can depend on.
Franklin Bank and Trust wants to keep banking personal. That's why all of our banking decisions are made at the local level. That's what you do in a hometown bank. You put people first.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Final score in our girls' game, 64-57. Greenwood holds off South Warren. Greenwood now improves to 8-4 on the season, while South Warren drops to 5-9. Both teams are now 1-1 in 14th district play. Take a look at the scoring for South Warren. Munrath with 1, Gracie Hodges 16, McLean Hudson had 8, 5 for Abigail Overbay, 11 for Carrie Enlow, 6 for Lydia Frank, 7 Kaya Mitchell. Greenwood got 27 from Leah Trin, 3 from Kylie Elsie, 2 from Olivia Overmole, 6 from Olivia Lovell, 2 from JoJo McCorkle, 12 from Kayla Grant, 11 from Avery Overmole. Final score 64-57. Greenwood on the road at Warren East. Scheduled Friday night. South Warren will host Warren Central on Friday night. We're going to step out for just a little bit as we get ready and get our lineups ready to go. You're watching the Warren County Public Schools Sports Network. Welcome back to Greenwood High School, the Warren County Public Schools Sports Network, as we have high school basketball doubleheader, the boys game. It's Greenwood and South Warren. The girls game ended with Greenwood beating South Warren 64-57. Here are the guys game. Jason Holland, South Warren, they're coming 5-7. They're 0-1 district play. Finally getting healthy. He's only had his whole entire team together for 2 games, as they'll try to put everything together for the stretch run heading into district play. Meanwhile, Greenwood comes in 9-2. They're 0-1 in district play. The Gators are coming off very successful, as you heard Coach Will McCoy talking about, a very successful holiday period, going 2-1 over the Smoky Mountains and 3-0 at the Scott Winter Classic. South Warren during the break went 2-2 in the Best in Hoops and 1-2 at the KSA tournament. South Warren comes in averaging 60 points a game. They're allowing 55.9 points. Greenwood averaging 73.5 while allowing 59.5 points. South Warren 43% from the field, 32% from three-point range, and 64.9% from free throw line. Meanwhile, the Gators 47.6% from the field, 29.6 from three-point range, and 70% from the free throw line. It's South Warren and Greenwood. We'll be back with more of our pregame. You're watching the Warren County Public Schools Sports Network.
This is where it all started, right here on this farm. We may have grown over the years, but we've never lost sight of what was important to us. We're continuing that tradition today, and we always will be, for generations to come.
Leachman Buick GMC is the #1 GMC dealership in Kentucky and multiple winner of the GM Mark of Excellence Award, and just recently achieved the #1 ranking as the most trusted GM service department in the Southeast United States. If something isn't right with your vehicle, no matter the make or model, just give Leachman a call. We offer a 15-minute diagnosis at no charge. Schedule your next visit at LeachmanAuto.com and discover why generations of customers choose Leachman Buick GMC.
Bigger isn't always best. The best things often come in small packages. At a huge law firm, ask, will you meet with the top attorney? Probably not. At Flora Tubman Stewart, you will meet with the top attorney. Yes, bigger isn't always best. So when you pick the best lawyer, pick the one who will be answering your calls, meeting with you, getting you the top settlement. Injured in an accident? Call the best. I'm Flora Templeton Stewart.
The thing I know about Franklin Bank and Trust is that they are large enough to serve your banking needs, but small enough to know you.
We want to know our bank gives back to the community.
When I call my bank, I want to talk to a real person.
Yes, we need a local banker that we can depend on.
Franklin Bank and Trust wants to keep banking personal. That's why all of our banking decisions are made at the local level. That's what you do in a hometown bank. You put people first.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Well, we got a final in from across town, Warren Central. They're on a roll right now. They beat Bowling Green 91-69. Chappelle Whitney with 29. Warren Central with 5 players in double figures as the Dragons come up with a big victory there. You know, this 14th district tough. You've got Bowling Green, Warren Central, and Greenwood Three teams that have been mentioned in a lot of the polls across the state. So Warren Central coming off that win up at the Mason County tournament, getting a lot of statewide recognition. You heard Will McCoy say he thinks they're one of the most underrated teams in the state. And boy, they came out big tonight. As Greenwood's only district loss is to Bowling Green. Warren Central beat Bowling Green 91-69 here tonight. Coming up Friday night, remind you, we have basketball. That's going to be weather permitting, of course. We'll be at South Warren, and we'll see that Warren Central team. William Unseld is playing well right now. Greenwood will be at Warren East for a girl-boy doubleheader. Tomorrow night, remind you, we have our first ever high school wrestling match that will take place tomorrow at South Warren Middle School. We'll get underway somewhere around 5:50 tomorrow night. Get ready for our starting lineups here tonight. We'll have that for you, as it'll be Greenwood and South Warren.
Appreciate your help regarding this night. Please let tonight's game reflect mutual respect among all participants and officials. Good luck to both teams.
You see Travis Hudson, the WKU volleyball coach, there in your picture. We've also seen Coach Stansbury, the men's coach at WKU basketball. Of course, his son plays for Greenwood, Luke. All right, there's your starting lineups, Greenwood and South Warren. We'll see if this one matches to the girls' game, how close it was. Here's the opening tip, and it will go to South Warren. Across the way, that's Brandon Rowe will inbounds it. That's Ty Price, the freshman. Boy, he's averaging 15 a game. On the left side dribble. Backs it out. Over to Luke Burton. Burton averaging right at 8 points a game. Right side for Faulkner, averaging 4 a game. In traffic, kicks it out. Burton fires the three. Luke Burton with 3 points. And South Warren opens up with the lead. 7:25 to go here in the first quarter. Far side, Stinnett drives, turns, kicks it. Back to practice at a three-pointer in the corner. It's up and no good by Raymer. Up by Brown, no good, and we have a foul. Foul will be on Will Faulkner. That'll be his first, team's first. Come in to Cade Stinnett, now out front to Mateos. Hunter Raymer, Mateos. Excuse me, that was Aaron Brown. I'm sorry, it's Aaron Brown that's got it. Now into the corner, Cade Stinnett. Aaron Brown got tripped up underneath. Gonna draw the foul on Joel Davis of South Warren, his first, team second. Inbounds lob. Right to Cade Stinnett. Tried to go up. Traffic, no, but goes around the body and lays it up and in. And Greenwood trails by 1 at 3-2. We're in the first minute here, or first minute and a half here at Greenwood. In the corner, a three is way off the mark. Rebound out, goes to Greenwood. Brandon Rowe got a little help there. It almost looked like it went off of him. Rowe looking to inbounds it. Finally does out front to Price. Man-to-man defense. Boy, quick hands there from Aaron Brown of Greenwood. Price with a move. Jumpers off the mark. Cade Stinnett with a rebound for Greenwood. Brown in the corner. Working around the perimeter. Far side over there, Raymer. Stinnett inside to Cade Stinnett. No relation. Draws a foul. Second on Joel Davis, team's third on South Warren. Cade Stinnett misses the first one. Andrew Linhart in for South Warren. Stinnett missed them both. He's an 82%er. That is very unusual for him. Three-pointer, Price way out, circles around the rim. Greenwood the other way. Raymer. Cade Stinnett, back to Raymer. Now they move it to the right side of the floor. That's Braxton Stinnett. Now Braxton Stinnett again. Nice no-look pass inside. Some bodies colliding, and it's a travel. Turnover goes to South Warren. Tay Price, the 6-foot freshman, 15 points, 3 rebounds a game. Will walk it up the floor for South Warren, leading 3-2, 5:30 to go here in the first quarter of play. Greenwood girls win by 7 the first game. They led by as many as 13 at one time, and a pesky South Warren team kept coming back, ended up 64-57. Price in the lane, throws one off balance. It's no good. Aaron Brown the other way for Greenwood. That's Braxton Stinnett. Braxton, now to Cade Stinnett. 1-3-1 zone by South Warren. Just under 5 minutes here in the first quarter. How about Warren Central boys? Big win tonight, 91-69 over Bowling Green in district play. Rebound by Braxton Stinnett. Cross court to Raymer. Brown, top of the key, and that's a three. Aaron Brown. He averages 11 a game. And Greenwood has their first lead at 5-3. Driving to the right side, now stops. Kick it back to Rowe. Rowe into the corner. But that is Linhart. Trying to see who got that bucket. I wasn't able to see who got it. Bucket, but we're going to give it to, I think he said Price got it maybe. Leonard will give it to him. 5-5 tie. Backing it out is Luke Burton. Now Price for South Warren. Free line jumper. Almost got wedged in there between the backboard and the rim. Out of bounds, Greenwood will get it. South Warren tried to save it, but not in time. As you see that's Braxton Stinnett, 6'2" senior, averaging almost 11 a game. Now Cade Stinnett. Inside for Rowe, quick pass. Good hand driving. Braxton Stinnett missed it. Overshot the goal. Rowe's going to get fouled in the, it's going to be a charge against Brandon Rowe. Brandon Rowe is going to get called for the offensive foul. That's his first, team's fourth. That gets Lincoln Lockhart, a 6'2" senior, into the lineup. So Greenwood tied at 5 with 3:15 to go, has possession. Cade Stinnett, Braxton Stinnett. Play long toss here. Raymer in the corner, back out top of the key. Raymer gets it back, thought about 3. Goes to Rowe, taken away by South Warren. Burton the other way, into the corner. Back out for Rowe. Open, three-pointer is up, and that is good by Lincoln Lockhart. And now South Warren with a 3-point lead at 8-5. Timeout taken by Greenwood. A 30-second timeout. That's their first. 2:38 to go here in the first quarter. 8-5. South Warren leading. South Warren has hit a couple of threes. Greenwood not able to get on track yet. They have a 3. Aaron Brown and Cade Stinnett have their points. You get a good look at the pep band from Greenwood here tonight. Nice crowd on hand for this Tuesday evening. Glad to have you with us on our Warren County Public School Sports Network. Regardless of how you're viewing us, we're glad you're watching us. WarrenCountySchools.org, the website. Of course, our platform provider, go.prepspin.com. WBKO.com/prepspin. And we're on the PrepSpin Twitter page tonight. Glad to have you. There's Aaron Brown with a lefty. Gets his 6th point. He's got 2 threes, and we're tied at 8. 2:22 to go here in the first quarter. Will McCoy thought this would be a good battle between these two teams. With Jason Holland, veteran coach. Also, with Will McCoy, took his team to the region finals a year ago. Came up just a little short. And there's a turnover. Greenwood ball. Two minutes to go here in the first quarter. Tied at 8. One 1-3-1 zone by South Warren. Braxton Stinnett gets it in the lane. Little floater. Jax Buchanan. He's healthy now. 6'4" senior gets his first points. 10-8. Greenwood lead by 2. Price knocked out of his hands, and it goes to Greenwood. Lost it off his knee. Andrew Goley, a 5'4" junior, into the lineup for South Warren. Braxton Stinnett will walk it up. Cade Stinnett across the way. They play catch with it. Brown back to Cade Stinnett. Greenwood in the white. South Warren in the black. In the corner, goes up top. Oh, and it gets stuck. Now, I've not seen that before where it gets stuck up on top of the backboard and the brace there. There's Coach Stansbury. You got a good look at him. He's here. Now we get the ball back. Superintendent Rob Clayton in the stands tonight. Assistant Superintendent Jason Cupcella also here tonight, checking things out. Under a minute to go in the first quarter. 10-8. Greenwood by 2. That's Price. Hands off. May have gotten away with one right there. That's Lincoln Lockhart with his 5th point. 10-all tie at 40 seconds to go here in the first quarter of play. There's a 3 by Brown. He finally missed one. Price will set it up with 25 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Tied at 10. South Warren looks like they'll go for the last shot. Price, one-on-one with Brown. 10 seconds to go. Jumper on the fly from Lockhart, missed it. Rebound, Greenwood, and that comes to a close our first quarter. It's Greenwood 10, South Warren 10. You're watching the Warren County Public Schools Sports Network.
Leachman Buick GMC is the #1 GMC dealership in Kentucky and multiple winner of the GM Mark of Excellence Award, and just recently achieved the #1 ranking as the most trusted GM service department in the Southeast United States. If something isn't right with your vehicle, no matter the make or model, just give Leachman a call. We offer a 15-minute diagnosis at no charge. Schedule your next visit at LeachmanAuto.com and discover why generations of customers choose Leachman Buick GMC.
That familiar sound of rubber and wood floor. The feel of the ball passing between hands and air. The squeaking of the sneakers. And a moment of silent breath, thankfully followed by the whipping of net. And the reward after. This is a moment to remember. This is a Mingy moment.
Scott Thompson, Mike Cleff with you tonight. You get a good look over my shoulder. Mike up behind me tonight. Greenwood and South Warren. Greenwood will get possession as we start the second quarter, tied at 10. A low-scoring game. Both teams had opportunities and missed. Looks like a zone defense by South Warren. Put back up, no good by Lofton Howard, who's into the ball game. Greenwood with possession. That's Luke Stansbury. Luke, a 6'3" junior. Rick Stansbury, his dad, the WKU basketball coach, in attendance tonight. Andrew Goley. There's Tay Price. Straight up, squared up, nailed it. First bucket of the night for Tay Price. 12-10, South Warren by 2. Top of the key, just behind it. No good by Braxton Stinnett. Price with it. Stinnett guarding him. Underneath, oh, nice one-handed pass down floor. That's Goley, gets his first points of the night. 14-10, biggest lead. 4 points here for South Warren. Stansbury gets it out front to Braxton Stinnett. They go back to Howard, trying to pass it off over to Jax Buchanan, but no good. But there's a bucket down floor. Lincoln Lockhart. He's got 7 here in the first half. 16-10 now. South Warren by 6. Jumper's no good by Jax Buchanan. Loose on the floor, goes out of bounds to South Warren, so everything going South Warren's way. Mason Thornhill, a 5'10" senior. Aaron Brown gets back in. And Hunter Raymer back in for Greenwood. South Warren will bring it up the floor. They have a 6-point lead, 6-19 here in the first half. Zach Simpson, the Greenwood Lady Gator coach, will join us at halftime, talk about his team's victory tonight. Goalie driving over to Price, up and in. Tay Price, 4 now, 18-10. South Warren by 8. Thornhill. Raymer out front. Cade Stinnett. Gets it in there to Buchanan. Quick dishes off. Top of the key, Mason Thornhill. Brown driving baseline. He's cut off. Left-hander on the left side. Oh, it bounces off. South Warren the other way with Brandon Rowe out front with the ball. Now Goalie will set it up. Goalie driving in the lane, wide open. 4 for Goalie, 20-10, a 10-point lead for South Warren. Buchanan inside, kicks it out for Greenwood. Both teams 0-1 in district play. Somebody will be 1-1. Somebody will be 0-2 when this night's over. Rowe for South Warren on the far side. Driving, and it's going to be a block. He'll go to the line to shoot 2. That foul will be on Mason Thornhill. That'll be his first. Team's first. So Rowe at the line. He's a 36%er on the year. He'll shoot 2. Looking for his first points of the night. Missed it. Stansbury back in, along with Braxton Stinnett. Rowe will be at the free throw line again. A 10-point lead for South Warren. Missed it. Here comes Greenwood quickly. Rowe, or Brown. Brown wide open. Reverse layup, no good. Rowe with the rebound for South Warren. Quickly down the floor. Jumper for 3. Lincoln Lockhart. He has 10 in the first half. 23-10. South Warren by 13 over Greenwood. Stansbury left alone for 3. It's off the mark. Price with a rebound for South Warren. Price will back it out, slow it down. Price, top of the key, 3. Timeout taken by Greenwood. They want a full timeout. 4:09 to go in the half. 26-10 South Warren. You're watching the Warren County Public Schools Sports Network.
The thing I know about Franklin Bank and Trust is that they are large enough to serve your banking needs, but small enough to know you.
We want to know our bank gives back to the community.
When I call my bank, I want to talk to a real person.
Yes, we need a local banker that we can depend on.
Franklin Bank and Trust wants to keep banking personal. That's why all of our banking decisions are made at the local level. That's what you do in a hometown bank. You put people first.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
After the Greenwood timeout, the Gators will bring it up the floor, trailing 26-10 to South Warren, a 16-point Spartan lead. 3-2 defense by South Warren. Braxton Stinnett dishes off into the corner. Raymer for 3. Hunter Raymer's first points of the night. The 5'11 senior averages 9.6. That's his first points. It's 26-13. Greenwood ball, that ball lost off the dribble. Cade Stinnett back in the lineup for Greenwood. And Braxton Stinnett is scoreless. Cade Stinnett only has 2. A couple of the leading scorers, if that tells you anything. Brown, quick touch pass, Lofton Howard kicks it back out front. Braxton Stinnett finally gets into the scoring column. He gets a 3. Now all of a sudden, 26-16, 6-point run here for Greenwood, and they almost come up with a steal. A bounce pass to Luke Burton. South Warren, a steal by Greenwood. Cade Stinnett turns, backs his way in off the glass. 4 now for Cade Stinnett. Now it's a timeout, South Warren. What was a 26-10 lead is now 26-18. And South Warren takes its first 30-second timeout of the game. As you see Will McCoy there, Greenwood. Jason Holland in with his team right there. 26-18. So the guys that Greenwood's been counting on to score finally getting into the scoring column. Nice video boards at all 4 of the Warren County Public Schools in the gyms. And those sponsors up on those boards are very appreciative for them doing that for all 4 schools. Same sponsors sponsored them all. Full court pressure here by Greenwood. Man-to-man, full court press. Got to get it across timeline. Rowe does get it across in time. Goes with an opening and just laid it in. Went coast to coast. 28-18, back to a 10-point South Warren lead. Braxton Stinnett. 3-2 defense here by South Warren. There's a far side 3 right back at you, Aaron Brown. He's got 9 all from 3-point range. 28-21, back to a 7-point lead. Rowe across the timeline. Missed it. Missed the jumper by Lockhart. He'd been pretty good on his shots. Here's racing down 4 quickly. Cade Stinnett, he now has 6. 28-23, it's a 5-point lead. Almost another steal by Greenwood. Across the timeline, they get it into the left corner. That's Goalie to Burton. Burton off he missed it. Here's Greenwood the other way. Chance to cut into this lead, into the corner. Braxton Stinnett gets fouled trying to pass or shoot. Now they're going to say he was shooting. It looked like he was trying to pass, but they're going to let him say he was shooting. Luke Burton, his first. That's the team's 5th on South Warren here in the first half. That one's good by Braxton Stinnett, his first free throw of the night. He's a 42%er from the free throw line. 10.5 points, 3.6 rebounds a contest. Jax Buchanan back in, the 6'4" senior for Greenwood. Got them both. 5 now for Braxton Stinnett. 3-point game all of a sudden, 28-25. It was 26-10. It's a 15-2 run by Greenwood. Driving, Rowe gets it off to Burton. Burton left it short. Minute 38 in the first half. Greenwood throws it away, and that's South Warren ball, I believe. No, they're going to say it was touched. All right, so Greenwood gets to keep it. Will Faulkner back in for South Warren. That's Hunter Raymer. Now Braxton Stinnett working around to the far side. Ira Mateos is in for Greenwood. That's Braxton Stinnett driving underneath, kicks it out. Way out there, 3. Hunter Raymer. Wow. That's got to be close to 30 feet there. We're tied at 28 at 1:09. Whoa. Kind of like the girls' game. One team got up, the other team came back. Give, go, inside, yeah. That's Will Faulkner's first points, 30-28. In the lane, Cade Stinnett got deflected and then touched. Brown back in for Greenwood. 30, 28, 45 seconds. Greenwood will pressure full court. In the backcourt is Will Faulkner. Across the timeline. 38 seconds. Rowe on the far side now to Price. Price on the dribble. Back to Rowe. Price at 15 seconds. Southwarn holding for the last shot. Almost a steal, and it is, and we've got a foul. They're going to foul on Mateos. Ira's first foul, team second on Greenwood. 7.7 seconds remaining. Southwarn ball. Two seconds. Jumper at the buzzer for three, no good by Will Faulkner, and it's halftime. And we've got us a dandy here at Greenwood. It's the visiting Southwarn Spartans 30 and the Gators of Greenwood 28. You're watching the Warren County Public Schools Sports Network.
Buick GMC is the #1 GMC dealership in Kentucky and multiple winner of the GM Mark of Excellence Award, and just recently achieved the #1 ranking as the most trusted GM service department in the Southeast United States. If something isn't right with your vehicle, no matter the make or model, just give Leachman a call. We offer a 15-minute diagnosis at no charge. Schedule your next visit at LeachmanAuto.com and discover why generations of customers choose Leachman Buick GMC.
The thing I know about Franklin Bank and Trust is that they are large enough to serve your banking needs, but small enough to know you.
We want to know our bank gives back to the community.
When I call my bank, I want to talk to a real person.
Yes, we need a local banker that we can depend on.
Franklin Bank and Trust wants to keep banking personal. That's why all of our banking decisions are made at the local level. That's what you do in a hometown bank. You put people first.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Halftime here at our guys game. We've got us a good one going. Southwarn 30, Greenwood 28. Kind of reminds me of the first game we saw tonight, in which the Greenwood Lady Gators came away with a 64-57 victory. And Zach Simpson, the head coach for the Lady Gators, you know, you got out to an 8-0 lead. Southwarn came back a couple times in the second half. You got out to 10, 12, 14-point leads. Yep. They kept coming back, so very similar starts.
Yeah, you know, we basketball's a game of runs. Whoever makes more is going to win a basketball game. I mean, we knew South was going to make their run. You know, our goal from the beginning of the tip was to go out and establish our defensive pressure early. Felt like we did that. You know, the amount of deflections that we had in our defense, and you know, was the biggest difference in the game. I don't think we ever really let South get comfortable as to what they were doing, and that was the message in practice the past 2 days. Is everything that we wanted them to do was we wanted them to be uncomfortable. And, you know, I think, you know, that's kind of what we did. And that's kind of the difference in the game. You know, we were up 15 there in the fourth. And I, matter of fact, in the timeout, I said, you know, now you have to learn how to play with the lead. I said, you can't let them go on a 10-0 run right now, which is what we did. They went on a 10-0 run. You know, obviously as a coach, you tell them one thing, and sometimes it just doesn't go that way. But I was extremely proud. You know, I've been on situations where I've lost 20-point leads, 15-point leads in the fourth quarter. And, you know, at no point did I ever feel that in this game. I was confident in the team I had on the floor and the kids I had in the fourth quarter. Yeah, and they pulled it out. It was really, really proud of them.
It looked like there was a couple of points there in the game where you had the big leads. Your team maybe forced it down too quick,
Yeah.
maybe
Yeah.
and missed some shots.
Yeah, and, you know, and that was the message, too, is we said, you know, we don't want to play not to lose, but we also don't want to stall, because right now, you know, historically and statistically, in the half court, what we do is whenever we try to play to stall or something like that for 10 to 15 seconds, you know, we probably turn it over one every 2 possessions. So we said that the message was we want to make sure we shoot uncontested shots. We don't want to take anything contested when you have a 15-point lead. So, and, you know, with Leia's got the freedom to do what she needs to do. Kayla's the same way. We said if you got a wide open three, nobody's on it. If your feet are set, I don't care if you take it. And we did. So we finished it really well. We made some good plays. Press breaks, I drew up one thing, and they ran it to perfection a couple times. So all credit to them. They did a good job.
Kayla Grant, I thought, was a presence inside for you all night long.
Yeah, absolutely. And she's been like that, you know. She knows how she knows what she has to do to be able to control the paint. And not only in the paint, you know, we need her in press break. So she was able to come and flash a little bit tonight and help break pressure. And, you know, we told her, hey, if you flash, look for your guards. Or if you think you can go take this girl, go play off 2 feet. Go play off 2 feet and go score because of the strength that you have. She did that tonight. That is what we've been preaching to her all year, and that made her game so much better because she establishes a physical presence.
Avery Overmole was a big lift there in that third quarter for you.
Boy, she got. Well, I would love to know how many. Have you looked at the stacks? I don't know how many deflections she ended up with. I don't know who. I know we chart them. I'll look them in just a minute. But putting her on the top where we had her at, she's got great anticipation. You know, and we teach our kids how that's something they're taught. They're taught exactly how to anticipate where the girl's going to pass the ball to. So she's taking that to heart right now. So when she's kind of like our X factor, you know, she's one that, you know, had an outstanding freshman season on the freshman circuit. We said that she was going to play a huge role for us at the varsity level, and she did. When she plays like that tonight, we are a tough team to beat. And I told our team that because when everybody is contributing at that level, but I think she ended up with 11 and probably 4 or 5 steals right in a row there, but she's a big X factor. So proud of her too.
All right, looking ahead, you've got Warren East on Friday night, and then, you know, it's pretty much district play for here for a while.
Yeah, and, you know, we got East on Friday, Central on Tuesday, Franklin on Saturday, but, you know, and I told them in the locker room after the game, I said, go enjoy the win, go enjoy it tonight. I said, but stay hungry. Don't ever be satisfied with what we got. So they know the message is, we'll get right back to practice tomorrow and prepare for Warren East. And, you know, I have a lot of respect for Coach Neville over there and what she does with that program. And we know that East is going to come in here and give us our best shot. They got a lot of good young players. They got some kids that can shoot it. So we'll prepare for them just like we prepare for any other team because I got a lot of respect for what that coach and that program does over there. They've got some very good quality wins this year. So we're going to come in and get their best shot. So we're going to be ready for
it. During the holiday tournaments that you played in, did you have anybody kind of step up or maybe some pleasant surprises for you?
Well, you know, the first tournament we hosted, we played a good Casey County team. And, you know, we were without 3 players in that game. We were without Kayla, without both of the Overmalls. So, you know, a lot of others got some really good time to be able to step in and play some roles. I thought Avery Martin, who's come a long way right now to be able to, you know, do some things. I thought she was big in that tournament. Leia did what she did. JoJo McCorkle coming out playing well. Jessica Peterson made some huge strides. And then we go out to Gatlinburg and play 2 of the best teams I've ever coached against. In Jackson Southside and Lakeway Academy. 2 very well coached, very fundamental, fast teams. But I'm telling you, it made us better. And that's exactly, I want to go play teams that are going to make us better. I've told our kids, I said, we could go and play, you know, teams that we're better on paper than we're supposed to beat, but that doesn't make us any better. So we were able to go up there, play a little bit up there, you know, then get Grayson County right there at the end. So that was a productive team building trip too, as well. The kids had a good time, but we got better, and I saw a lot of glimpses in that tonight. So.
Well, you go over there, you have a big cabin. You had a big time, didn't you?
We did, yeah. We got the kids a cabin about 3 miles up in the mountains, and if you've ever been on one of those narrow roads in the mountains, the girls were like, "Coach, this is a little scary up here." I said, "You'll be all right. You'll be all right." And so we got them a big cabin. It looked like a big castle in the mountains. So they were uptight. Hot tub, arcade up there. So it was just as much of a team building as it was going to play basketball. And something that makes my job a lot easier, Scott, is when these kids love being around each other. When I don't have to coach all that other stuff that goes on with the basketball team. I'm going to tell you something right now. These kids love being around each other. They love playing with each other. They don't care who gets the glory. And that right there makes my job so much easier. And that's when it really gets fun to coach. So as long as they keep doing that, we keep rewarding them with trips to Gatlinburg, putting them up in a cabin, taking them out to eat, things like that. So
That will pay off come district tournament time in late February.
yeah, of course, absolutely. That's the message, and I think that's the message to everybody in Kentucky. You play all year for a tournament. Every game right now is practice to get ready for the district and the region, and that's our message too. We want to make sure we're peaking at the right time, and we want to make sure we're getting better every game. And so we'll go back on the film, and we'll take a look at this game, and we'll make adjustments off that too.
Well, I appreciate you taking time. Good luck the rest of the way, and we got you a bunch more time, so we'll see you soon.
Yeah, thank you, man. Appreciate it.
That's Zach Simpson, head coach of the Greenwood Lady Gators. We'll be back with more on the Warren County Public Schools Sports Network. Thank you, bud.
Bigger isn't always best. The best things often come in small packages. At a huge law firm asks, will you meet with the top attorney? Probably not. At Flora Tubman Stewart, you will meet with the top attorney. Yes, bigger isn't always best. So when you pick the best lawyer, pick the one who will be answering your calls, meeting with you, getting you the top settlement. Injured in an accident? Call the best. I'm Flora Templeton Stewart.
That familiar sound of rubber and wood floor. The feel of the ball passing between hands and air. The squeaking of the sneakers. And a moment of silent breath, thankfully followed by the whipping of net. And the reward after. This is a moment to remember. This is a Mingy moment.
The thing I know about Franklin Bank and Trust is that they are large enough to serve your banking needs, but small enough to know you.
We want to know our bank gives back to the community.
When I call my bank, I want to talk to a real person.
Yes, we need a local banker that we can depend on.
Franklin Bank and Trust wants to keep banking personal. That's why all of our banking decisions are made at the local level. That's what you do in a hometown bank. You put people first.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
All right, we're ready to go with the second half action. We have a 2-point game here as South Warren leads 30-28 over Greenwood. As we start the third quarter tonight, as always, we appreciate hospitality here at Greenwood and all of our Warren County Public Schools, our ADs, and accommodating us and helping us get set up where we are. We just get a good look there at Jason Holland at South Warren. His team up by 2, and his team will get the ball to start the third quarter. And here we go. Yeah, got a little spill down there on the bench, and Coach Holland blocking the official there to say there's no water there. Yeah, they're getting it all cleaned up. Slight delay. And here we go. Gonna get a towel here. Yeah, I forgot to ask Coach Simpson about the ball delay that we had during his game where something sticky got on the ball and I had to get it off. So we had a little short delay in that game. We'll get him next time. And I think we are ready to go. The spill is cleaned up off the side of the floor there where South Warren is sitting. Brandon Rowe will inbounds it to Tay Price. He'll start out with it for South Warren. Have a matchup 2-3 zone. Price in the lane and won't count. Get him for the charge. First foul of the night on Ty Price. His first, team's first. Braxton Stinnett will walk it up the floor for Greenwood. Brown back to Stinnett. The right side it over to Hunter Raymer. Raymer with a couple of big threes there in that first half. Here's Brown. Dishes it off and coming up with it will be Hunter Raymer. Saved it there for Greenwood. Almost threw it away a moment ago. Braxton Stinnett took his eyes off the ball. And he went right through his hands. 7:22 to go, third quarter, 30-28. Thanks again to Zach Simpson, Greenwood Lady Gator coach, joining us at halftime tonight. In the lane, Luke Burton just in front of the free throw line. Missed it, but the putback is up and good. That'll be Joel Davis. Gets his first points of the night. 32-28, 4-point advantage for South Warren into the corner. Raymer now Braxton Stinnett for three. He's got 8 now. Boy, if he gets hot, that could be huge for Greenwood. 32-31, South Warren's leads at 1. Rowe in the lane. Davis underneath and gets fouled as he lost it trying to get control of it. Got fouled by Braxton Stinnett, his first, team's first here in the second half. That's Will Faulkner out front now to Tay Price. Faulkner needs help, gets it to Price. Price left of the lane from just north of the block, missed it. Rebound Aaron Brown. Greenwood, he'll bring it up himself. Far side. Braxton Stinnett to Cade Stinnett. Cross court into the corner for Raymer, 3. That's the third 3 of the night for Hunter Raymer, and it's a 2-point lead now for Greenwood at 34-32. All his points coming from 3-point range. Rowe on the backcourt having trouble getting it across. He's got to hurry up. That's 10 seconds. That's a 10-second count. And turnover, it'll be Greenwood ball. The Greenwood up by 2. Brown and Cade Stinnett, they slow it down right now. Raymer, back door for Brown, goes high, puts it up, had to come down, put it up, tipped right into the hands. Lofton Howard, no good. South Warren comes away with it. Price driving in the lanes, changes hands, missed the shot, but will go to the line to shoot 2. Foul will be on Lofton Howard, his first, team second on Greenwood. Price will go to the line to shoot 2. First free throw attempt of the night for Price. First one's good. He has 8 points now. It's a 1-point game. Second one's good. It's a tie game. We're at 34 with 5:30 to go. Third quarter. We got a long way to go, folks. Raymer lobs it. Free line extended to Cade Stinnett, and he gets bumped by Luke Burton. And on Burton, that will be his second and the team's second here in the second half. In case you missed it, Greenwood girls beat South Warren 64-57. The only other team in action tonight, Warren Central boys beat Bowling Green 91-69. The girls game was canceled due to COVID protocols. And we got a 2-shot foul coming. Foul on Joel Davis. His third. Team's third. Aaron Brown will be at the line, his first time tonight. He'll shoot 2. He's a 71%er from the line. He averages 11 a game, and he's still too short. He's got 9 right now. All his points coming from three-point range. The lefty lets it fly. He gets that one. He has 10 now. He's in double digits. He's the first Gator to be in double digits. Gators lead 35-34. Full court press here by Greenwood. Roll in the backcourt, has it stolen. And a loose ball foul. That should be on Brandon Rowe. That's his second, team's fourth on South Warren. So Greenwood to put it in play down on the baseline. Back and forth. Boy, South Warren led 26-10 at one point. Braxton Stinnett driving in the lane, kicks it out. Brown for 3 again. This time he misses. The rebound, Howard. Braxton Stinnett into the corner. Raymer misses. Rebound knocked out of the hands of Stinnett. Down floor pass for Price, and it will be Greenwood ball. Last touch by Price. (35-34), 4:43 remaining third quarter. Greenwood by 1 and has possession. High school wrestling tomorrow night, 5:50 right here on all of our platforms on the Warren County Public Schools Sports Network. Mike Cleff and I will be at South Warren Middle School. There's a travel turnover by Austin Raymer. Later this month, our first swim meet at the Warren County Aquatic and Academic Center. Price on the far side. Being trapped. Goalie over to Burton. Burton fires the 3. 6 now for Luke Burton. 37-35, South Warren retakes the lead by 2. 4 minutes to go, third quarter. Way out 3 by Raymer. Might have been just a little too far. Rowe brings it up across the timeline. Goalie on the right side, Burton back to goalie. Rowe. Faulkner comes around to get it. Now Burton on the left side, off the mark, no good. Rebound Greenwood. Braxton Stinnett gets the pass up and in. He's got 10 now. (37 all tie at 3:15. Burton, pass almost stolen. Down the floor. Inside to Faulkner. Kind of hesitated, draws the foul after missing the shot. Lofton Howard will get his second, team's third on South Warren. And the free throw is off the mark by Faulkner. He'll get another one. Second one is good by Faulkner. He now has 3. (38-37). South Warren by 1 and possession. 2:50 here in the third quarter. That will be Greenwood ball went right off the leg of Ty Price. Mason Thornhill back in for Greenwood. Thornhill out front with Jax Buchanan back into the lineup. Thornhill needs some help. Left side over to Stansberry. Missed it. And trap in the back court. And taken away. Pass deflected. Right into the hands of Buchanan. And it's on the floor foul. Team's 5th on South Warren. Be on Ty Price. That'll be his 2nd. As we get 3 more Gators in for Will McCoy. Yeah, 2s are wild there, huh? That's 4 of a kind. You got 12, 2, and 22. Brown on the far side. Out front, Stansberry. Brown, one hand. The 6'4" senior now has 12 in the game, 39-38. Greenwood retakes the lead, 2:03 to go third quarter. South Warren quickly down the floor, but the Gators race back. Got a double dribble out front. You see Jason Holland there talking to his guy there. You know, I can't afford to turn it over like that. 1:53 third quarter, 1-point game, 39-38. Into the left corner. 3-2 zone defense by South Warren. There's a 3 across the way from Mason Thornhill. His first points of the night, 42-38, 4-point lead for for Greenwood. And a foul in the backcourt on Braxton Stinnett. That's his 2nd. Team's 4th on Greenwood. Full court pressure coming here from Greenwood. Rowe will inbounds it for the Spartans. Rowe gets it back. Now it's back off to a man-to-man defense. Rowe, man-to-man against Braxton Stinnett. In the lane, turns off the glass. Brandon Rowe now has 4, and that's a timeout. 30-second timeout taken by South Warren. That's their 2nd, each team with 2 timeouts. (42-40) Greenwood, as you get a good look in the huddles there from Mike Cleff, zooming in there for Will McCoy. You see a minute 3 left here in the third quarter. 42-40, Greenwood leading South Warren. Glad to have you with us. Coming up tomorrow night, wrestling from South Warren Middle School. Friday night, we are at South Warren. Warren Central, a hot Warren Central boys team. We'll be at South Warren on Friday night. We appreciate all of our sponsors. Of course, our platform sponsor, Mingy Beef Jerky. Leachman Buick GMC Cadillac. Flora Templeton Stewart Attorney at Law. Aaron Brown with 2 more. 44-40. Franklin Bank and Trust. And our friends at Rafferty. Braxton Stinnett. Oh, he got it to fall. Braxton now with 7. 46-40. 6-point lead with 30 seconds to go. (20 seconds to go). Price for 3, got it. Ty Price now with 12, 46-43 at 6 seconds. Braxton Stinnett goes in a little closer. Cade Stinnett. And Cade Stinnett gets his 8th point, and it's a 5-point game. Greenwood 48, South Warren 43, 8 minutes of basketball, maybe more left. You're watching Warren County Public Schools Sports Network.
Leachman Buick GMC is the #1 GMC dealership in Kentucky and multiple winner of the GM Mark of Excellence Award, and just recently achieved the #1 ranking as the most trusted GM service department in the Southeast United States. If something isn't right with your vehicle, no matter the make or model, just give Leachman a call. We offer a 15-minute diagnosis at no charge. Schedule your next visit at LeachmanAuto.com and discover why generations of customers choose Leachman Buick GMC.
We start the fourth quarter here at Greenwood. The Gators with a 5-point 48-43 lead over South Warren tonight. Glad you've joined us on our different platforms where we can offer Warren County Public Schools Sports Network to you. Stays with Greenwood. Of course, go.prepspin.com is our platform host. On the Warren County Schools.org website and WBKO.com/prepspin. Brandon Rowe, his third foul, team 6th on South Warren. He's going to come out, got a little blood. Andrew Goley into the lineup. And Greenwood will inbounds it. Hunter Raymer. Thornhill. They kick it around Thornhill, driving baseline. Kicks it to Brown. Quick pass to Stinnett. Cross court Raymer into the corner. Greenwood in no big hurry right here to attack the basket. 3-2 defense still for South Warren. Thornhill inside for Brown. Got a little push, but got away with it. Inside in the lane. Got to get rid of it. Got to get out of there, and he just does. Brown fights his way in. No. Tipped around. Coming away with it is South Warren's Brandon Rowe. Rowe to goalie. Inside for Burton, and that will be a block on Brown. That's his first, team's 5th on the Gators here in the second half. 6:53 to go in the game, 48-43. Luke Burton shooting 2. They're looking for a towel to wipe up the perspiration off the floor. Next week, next Tuesday, we'll see Greenwood again. They'll be at Warren Central next Tuesday. Next Thursday, the 13th, we have our first swim meet. And then Friday the 14th, Warren Central at Warren East. And then Saturday the 15th, Franklin Simpson here at Greenwood. A busy, busy week for our live stream crew, Mike Cleff and myself. Busy month of January. Burton at the line. Got the second one. Now has 7 in the game, 48-44. Thornhill. Work it to Howard. Back out front, Thornhill in the lane. Cade Stinnett got the roll over the front of the rim. 10th point for him. Luke Burton's 3rd, team 7th, so bonus opportunities from here on. Stinnett He missed his first 2 free throw attempts and got that one. He has 11 now in the game. 51-44, Greenwood by 7. Andrew Linhart, the 5'10 junior, has a couple of points back in the lineup. Road inbounds it. Does on the far side to Goalie. Goalie across the timeline. Outraces the Gators. Give it to Rowe. Breaking to the basket. 6 now for Brandon Rowe. 51-46. Greenwood leads at 5. Long way to go. 6:20 to remaining in the game. Caged in it. Couldn't get that one to go, but there's a foul. That one, a body foul on Brandon Rowe. That's his 4th, team's 8th. That'll put Cade Stinnett at the line to shoot 2. Jason Holland wasn't happy with that call. First one's good. Cade Stinnett with 12 now. Braxton Stinnett back in. Got them both. Rowe. Goalie into the corner for Faulkner. Southwarn backs it up, just kind of slows it down for a moment. On the dribble is Linehart. In the lane, kicks it back out. 3 on the way, and that's good from Will Faulkner. He's got 6 now. Timeout, a full timeout by Southwarn. 5:48 to go, 53-49, 4-point lead for Greenwood on the Warren County Public Schools Sports Network.
Bigger isn't always best. The best things often come in small packages. At a huge law firm asks, will you meet with the top attorney? Probably not. At Flora Tubman Stewart, you will meet with the top attorney. Yes, bigger isn't always best. So when you pick the best lawyer, pick the one who will be answering your calls, meeting with you, getting you the top settlement. Injured in an accident? Call the best. I'm Flora Templeton Stewart.
That familiar sound of rubber and wood floor. The feel of the ball passing between hands and air. The squeaking of the sneakers. And a moment of silent breath, thankfully followed by the whipping of net. And the reward after. This is a moment to remember. This is a Mingy moment.
After the timeout, Greenwood will bring it the length of the floor with a 4-point lead, 53-49. Boy, Southwarn staying with his 3-2 zone defense. Mason Thornhill, Braxton Stinnett. That's Cade Stinnett now top of the key. Braxton Stinnett knocked out of his hands. And got a timeout taken by Greenwood, and it will be a 30-second timeout. So each team has used 3 timeouts so far in this game. .5:22 remaining. Scott Thompson, Mike Clef with you tonight. We'll be with you tomorrow night. High school wrestling. 5:50 airtime from Southwarn Middle School. The Warren County wrestling team will take on Hart County. Right now it's a duel. They were trying to work on getting a 3rd team as the original teams had to pull out for various reasons. Greenwood ball. Thornhill. Braxton Stinnett to the far side. That's Hunter Raymer. They go back left side. Raymer for 3. That one's short. Brown right there on the putback. 16 now for Aaron Brown. Greenwood up by 6 at 55-49 with 4:50 remaining. in the game. Warren Central with a big win in boys action tonight over Bowling Green, 91-69. That girls game was canceled due to a COVID policy. Dribble by Faulkner. Needs some help. Kicks it back up to Price. Man-to-man defense by Greenwood right here. Price faked his man out. Pulls back, gets the jumper. 14 on the night for Ty Price, right at almost his average of 15. A 4-point game at 55-51, right at 4 minutes to go. Raymer now, Braxton Stinnett, top of the key, thought about the three. Inside, to Cade Stinnett, works his way underneath the goal too far. Shot hit the bottom of the backboard. South Warren comes away. Ty Price with it. Takes it. Missed it. Tip kept alive, and that'll be on Joel Davis. That'll be his fourth. 4 on Davis, team's ninth. Be 1+ here for Greenwood. Brown will be at the line for 1+. 1 for 2 from the free throw line tonight. He has 3 threes and 3 regular field goals and a free throw. $17 now for Aaron Brown. Leading scorer of the 3 in double digits for Greenwood. He got them both. 18 on the night. 57-51. Greenwood by 6. 3:33 to go. A long way from being over. Goalie, Ty Price. Rowe. One-on-one driving left of the lane. Pull-up jumper no good. Davis on the putback short. Underneath, finally, Andrew Goalie gets it to fall. He has 6 in the game. Greenwood's lead cut to 57-53. Underneath, missed it by Cade Stinnett. Rebound by Goalie for South Warren. Price left open, 15-foot jumper. 16 for Ty Price. He's above his average of 15. 2-point game. South Warren stays 3-2 in that defense. Braxton Stinnett over to Mason Thornhill. No good. Cade Stinnett, and there's a held ball possession. And it will go to South Warren. Luke Burton in for South Warren. Brandon Rowe. Goalie in the backcourt. Rowe racing down the floor in the lane, and that's going to be a block against Greenwood. That'll be against Lofton Howard, his third, team 6th. Rowe at the line. He could tie this up with a couple of free throws. 57-55 right here. Greenwood by 2, 2:18. The junior for South Warren missed it, so he can make it 1-point game at best. Joel Davis back in for South Warren. Brandon Rowe, 0 for 3 at the line tonight. Make it 1 out of 4, and that's a big one. Cuts the lead to 1. 7 on the night for Brandon Rowe. 1 point, 57-56 lead Greenwood and the ball. Braxton Stinnett. Brown driving baseline cutoff. Into the right corner. Hunter Raymer for another three. He has 4 threes tonight, 2 in each half, 12 on the game, and 60-56. Greenwood leads at 4 with 1:45 remaining in the game. Rowe gives it off to Faulkner in the lane. Faulkner having a little trouble. Got to get rid of it and does, and that's going to be a timeout. South Warren. He is going to take a full timeout. We'll step out. You're watching the Warren County Public Schools Sports Network.
The thing I know about Franklin Bank and Trust is that they are large enough to serve your banking needs, but small enough to know you.
We want to know our bank gives back to the community.
When I call my bank, I want to talk to a real person.
Yes, we need a local banker that we can depend on.
Franklin Bank and Trust wants to keep banking personal. That's why all of our banking decisions are made at the local level. That's what you do in a hometown bank. You put people first.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Minute 32 remaining in the game, 60-56. Greenwood by 4. South Warren ball across the way. Burton to Rowe. Now Ty Price will set it up out front. On the dribble. You don't want to waste a whole lot of time. You know, you want to get your bucket, but you don't want to rush a shot. There's a 3, and off the mark, skying up to get that was Braxton Stinnett. They'll bring it up to 4. Minute 10 to go. Greenwood with a 4-point lead. Now they're going to bring that defense out, and they're going to foul Braxton Stinnett there. A 2-shot foul. Second on Faulkner. 2-shot foul here for Braxton Stinnett. 2 for 2 tonight. He's a 42%er on the year. And we're going to have to. I think we've got Cade Stinnett with a little blood on him. They're going to get that taken care of. Okay, some discussion going on at the table. Trying to get it. They're going to have to get a sub in. Yep, there we go. Mason Thornhill, is that trying to get the blood off his uniform there. So Thornhill back in. So Stinnett for the first of 2. $13 now for Braxton Stinnett. 3 above his average. Got them both. 14 on the night. 62-56. Expands the lead to 6. We're right at 1 minute to go. A 6-point lead. South Warren cannot waste a whole lot of time here. Burton. Out front to Faulkner. He'll back it out. 45 seconds to go. In the lane. Off the back of the iron. Goalie gets it. And a timeout taken as goalie gets his 8th point by South Warren, and it will be a full timeout. You're watching the Warren County Public Schools Sports Network.
Leachman Buick GMC is the #1 GMC dealership in Kentucky. and multiple winner of the GM Mark of Excellence Award, and just recently achieved the #1 ranking as the most trusted GM service department in the Southeast United States. If something isn't right with your vehicle, no matter the make or model, just give Leachman a call. We offer a 15-minute diagnosis at no charge. Schedule your next visit at LeachmanAuto.com and discover why generations of customers choose Leachman Buick GMC.
Bigger isn't always best. The best things often come in small packages. At a huge law firm asks, will you meet with the top attorney? Probably not. At Flora Tubman Stewart, you will meet with the top attorney. Yes, bigger isn't always best. So when you pick the best lawyer, pick the one who will be answering your calls, meeting with you, getting you the top settlement. Injured in an accident? Call the best. I'm Flora Templeton Stewart.
.41 seconds to go in the game. A 4-point lead for Greenwood. They have possession into the backcourt. That's Hunter Raymer, Braxton Stinnett. And they cross the timeline. 30 seconds to go. They're going to force South Warren to foul them. 25 seconds. That's what Jason Hall is trying to tell his team to do. We've got a foul here if we can't come up with it. There's an inadvertent bump there from Luke Burton. That's his fourth. Yeah, we got two of our officials talking about that foul. Going the line to be Mason Thornhill. He'll shoot two. They're going to say it's an intentional foul on Luke Burton. That's 4 on him. So Thornhill will be at the line to shoot two, then Greenwood will get possession. He got it. Pinballed in, though. 4 on the night for Mason Thornhill. Got them both. 5 now for Mason Thornhill, all here in the second half. (64-58), 6-point lead with 20 seconds to go. Now Greenwood will get the ball back. What they called the intentional foul. Thornhill, and he gets fouled again by Will Faulkner. That'll be his third. That puts Thornhill back at the line to shoot two. He's an 85%er from the free throw line. 5, make it 6 points now for Mason Thornhill. 5'10" senior for the Greenwood Gators. Looking for their 10th win of the season. More importantly, go 1-1 in district play if they can hold on these final 19 seconds. He missed that one. 7-point lead with 16 seconds. South Warren will have to hurry it. Driving, Goldie, got it. 10 for him. 65-60, and that's going to about do it right there. In the corner, and there's a foul. 1.3 seconds remaining. Greenwood will win this one. They're going to go 10-2 on the year, 1-1 in district play. Faulkner, that's his fourth. South Warren will go 5-8. They'll be 0-2 in district play. Cade Stinnett at the line. He'll shoot two. He's hit 3 in a row after missing his first 2. He's hit 4 in a row. 14 on the night for Stinnett. Well under his 21.5 points a game average. On both. Final score, Greenwood's going to win this one 67-60. Good close battle all night long. And Greenwood, like I said, is 10-2. South Warren 5-8. South Warren drops to 0-2 in district play. Greenwood is now 1-1. We'll come back with a recap. You're watching the Warren County Public Schools Sports Network.
That familiar sound of rubber and wood floor. The feel of the ball passing between hands and air, the squeaking of the sneakers, and a moment of silent breath thankfully followed by the whipping of net. And the reward after. This is a moment to remember. This is a Mingy moment.
The thing I know about Franklin Bank and Trust is that they are large enough to serve your banking needs, but small enough to know you.
We want to know our bank gives back to the community.
When I call my bank, I want to talk to a real person.
Yes, we need a local banker that we can depend on.
Franklin Bank and Trust wants to keep banking personal. That's why all of our banking decisions are made at the local level. That's what you do in a hometown bank. You put people first.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Our final tonight here as Greenwood holds off South Warren 67-60. Take a look at our scoring for South Warren tonight. Brandon Rowe with 7. Andrew Goley ended up with 10. Will Faulkner 6. Lincoln Lockhart 10. Ty Price 9. Andrew Leinhart with 2. Joel Davis 2. Luke Burton with 7. Greenwood got 6 from Mason Thornhill. Aaron Brown with 18. Braxton Stinnett with 14. Cade Stinnett 15. Hunter Raymer 12. Jax Buchanan 2. The Gators will host Warren East Friday night here in a girl-boy doubleheader. That's a 5:30 start. Our game that we'll have Friday night, that's weather permitting, of course. Warren Central will be at South Warren. That's a girl-boy doubleheader. 5:30 start, 5:20 airtime for that. Reminder, tomorrow night we'll be at South Warren Middle School. We'll have high school wrestling for you as the Warren County wrestling team has its first home match of the year, and we'll see you then. For Mike Clef, our coaches and administrators here, and everybody else, thanks for watching. Your finals again, as it is Greenwood Lady Gators 64-57 over South Warren, and the Gators defeat the Spartans 67-60. For Mike Clef, Scott Thompson, have a great night. We'll see you tomorrow night at South Warren. You've been watching the Warren County Public Schools Sports Network.